The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Stutter! Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Here we go. Welcome to Pat McAfee Show. I'm AJ Hawk sitting in for Pat. He's in Knoxville, Tennessee for a huge matchup tomorrow because we know football is king. And last night we had a beautiful one. The Green Bay Packers take on the Washington Commanders, and the Green Bay Packers continue to be the Green Bay Packers that we saw in week one. They looked amazing. Washington Commanders, I felt like they were just up against a huge test last night. I don't think they even did anything wrong. I think there just wasn't a whole lot out there because the Packers had a swarming defense and a great offense by Jordan Love, led by Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, and the rest of the crew. Boys, let's see where Pat's at right now. I believe you're in Knoxville, Tennessee, Mr. Pat McAfee. Let's see where you're at, buddy. Beautiful setup. How's it going, man?
Yeah, down here in beautiful Knoxville, Tennessee. Obviously, Georgia coming to town in a massive SEC matchup that should be spectacular. Cannot wait for tomorrow morning's game day. Cannot wait to see kickoff here in beautiful Tennessee. This fan base obviously is awesome. They got a quarterback story that is out of a movie, starting at the City College of San Francisco, then Diablo College, and then App State, and then now he's here because Nico Iamaleava goes to UCLA, and they're saying he's perfect for this offense. Now, he's taking on a Georgia team that still has a bunch of dogs, and a Georgia team that is still coached by Kirby Smart. It'll be a big test. I'll be excited to see how this entire thing pans out, and I think game day tomorrow is going to be a great show. With that being said, last night, AJ, holy hell. Now, I know the toxic table sitting over there at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Ty, listen. Congrats to you, buddy. I think you were probably seeing the same thing that AJ saw that I heard there in the open. AJ, by the way, great work on that.
Yeah.
That was really good on that, AJ. But what I was seeing from that Green Bay Packers defense, is this a generational defense happening right now? Now, granted, it's week 2. It was a short week, actually. It was a Thursday night game here in week 2. Is this a generational type defense here that Green Bay is going to have? We have no idea what the storyline is going to be at the end of the season. We have no idea how people will remember this particular defense in the annals of NFL history whenever the story is said and done. But boy, what they did to the Detroit Lions last week, maybe the Lions aren't ass. Now, granted, they had a brand new coordinator, and they had a lot of tough tasks ahead of them and transitioning out of the Ben Johnson-led offensive era for them. But the Washington Commanders, week 1, Jaden Daniels was spinning it. Jaden Daniels was all over the place. That team looked like they were going to be good this year. Once again, the Washington Commanders are back. The Washington Commanders are a good team. They're not ass. And then you watch Jaden Daniels last night, his face, and I know it's just, a season and 2 games in. That ain't the Jaden Daniels I've ever seen. No. He looked like he was really confused. He looked like he didn't have it. It looked like the moxie, the juice, was potentially lost. And I think that's because Hafley's defense for the Green Bay Packers were everywhere. And I know Micah Parsons, I think he had 8 hits on the quarterback, obviously a sack, and he affected everything. And at the end, he closed the game, even though that was obviously a much bigger spread than what ended up. Thought we were going to backdoor cover that as Commanders plus 3.5 people. I thought we were going to backdoor cover that. We make a couple kicks. Maybe we cover that. Now, obviously, it's not easy to kick. And wait till you see what I add to the kicking is easy contest tomorrow. I got a little, trick up the
props
sleeve.
or what?
Okay.
What do you have? Like big tornado fan?
That's not a bad idea. I wish I would have talked to you actually earlier. I will keep that one locked in the chamber for sure. But yeah, kicking, for what the college kids have been able to do this year thus far versus what the NFL guys have done, there's been a lot of misses from NFL guys with these balls that should be making them better than they've ever been. Matt Gay, we assume he'll bounce back, very talented guy. He was once the highest paid kicker in the NFL, so we assume he'll have the talent. But we're 2 missed kicks away from a cover there, plus 3.5. Maybe backdoor it there with Jaden Daniels, but instead the game ends with how how it basically looked for most of the game. The Green Bay Packers just confusing the shit out of Cliff Kingsbury in the Washington Commanders offense. I mean, there really wasn't much to celebrate. And on the Packers side, Tucker Kraft, I forgot about him in his flow state. You remember a couple years ago, he was in the flow state. He was doing the entire thing. This guy was the next big tight end that was going to come through the NFL. This guy was incredibly talented. He's fast. Is he an Indiana State Sycamore too, if I recall? Is that
no?
Where did he go to school?
That's Bob Tunyon. He's a South Dakota boy.
There it is, South Dakota. Sorry, Tucker, for getting that wrong. Obviously, the state of South Dakota has been very good to me. Adam Vinatieri from there, obviously, he was taking care of me mightily. But Tucker Kraft, a couple years ago, was going to be the guy. Now we got a guy. And, boy, Jordan Love looks unflappable. Matt LaFleur looks unbelievable. Obviously, losing Reed for 6 weeks or whatever it is going to be with a broken collarbone, that's incredibly sad. But Josh Jacobs is great. The 2 offensive linemen that were down and out, I didn't notice. And I think I didn't notice because game plan, execution, the guy's blocking downfield there. I mean, Williams blocking 40 yards down the field right there. This team feels for real. Ty, if I was you, I'd be incredibly excited about what I saw last night, and I assume that is the case.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm trying to kind of temper my excitement a little bit because it is so early, but there's really no reason to. I mean, as of right now, the Packers do feel like the best team in the NFL, and we haven't even got a full dosage of what they're going to be a couple weeks down the road. It kind of has reminded me, Pat, of, you always talk about Bill Polian's philosophy, when the Colts were really running and when they had Peyton. And it's like, hey, we're going to get a big lead. We're going to get out to a couple touchdown lead, and then we're going to let Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney tee off. And it hasn't exactly been like that, but that is exactly what has happened the last 2 weeks. The Packers have went up, by multiple scores, and then it just gives the opportunity for the defensive line to be super aggressive. We've said it time and time again with Micah. He's made everybody on the field better. And then Jordan Love, like you said, I mean, a lot of people saying, hey, this guy might win the MVP this year. He's looked every bit of that part so far. And we always talk about his running ability, which he doesn't showcase much. But last night, big third down, lowers his shoulder and delivers a huge hit. I think he's starting to get more comfortable. And as of right now, like you said, if you're any Packers fan, would have seen these 2 massive wins coming, especially this one on a short week. It's hard not to be thinking Super Bowl right now.
Yeah, not only thinking Super Bowl, but also thinking, thank you, Jerry Jones.
Without a doubt.
Watching the documentary, and obviously they learned the entire story of the Dallas Cowboys being a business promotion. And they've certainly succeeded. They become the most valuable franchise in all of sports. The thanks, Jerry, already on the fence. Is this a noted fence over there, AJ? What is this? Is there like a...
I don't know if they can zoom out, but yeah, there's all those like tailgate houses directly across the street from Lambeau, Pat, where we were there for the draft. And this is one of those fences that, it's prominent. I'm guessing this gets a lot of eyeballs every single day. Are those teardrops on Jerry's face? Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, it might be because you got my killed somebody. We don't know what the teardrop tattoo is. This is all just from looking at this picture. We're not saying anything other than that, but very creative, and I think they all feel that way. Last night on the Prime post-game show, I don't know what the actual title of it is called, but I will say I appreciate how long they stick around after those games.
Wow.
I don't know how many people are watching. I am one of them. I appreciate what they do in that post-game thing because they actually get real stuff. This is how it began whenever Micah Parsons made his appearance. Then there was a commercial break, so I think this was carried through an entire commercial break. And then bang, we're right back on TV here.
Lay out for a second because this crowd has something to say. I know you guys know what they're saying. They're saying, thank you, Jerry.
I know what you guys are saying. There was also a USA chant, I think, in there at one point, which obviously was glorious. But Micah was doing this one here, too. Micah was doing this one here to them whenever they were saying that. And obviously he was nodding his head in approval. And then whenever you think about some of his answers last night, here's what he had to say about Green Bay's setup versus maybe Dallas's setup.
Yeah, obviously, amazing fan base. The second thing is just really how nice it is out here. Even just the stadium, the facilities, I mean, it's top tier. It's the best I've seen.
I love that.
On that note, AJ, Lambeau is beautiful. I mean, Green Bay Packers setup is perfect. Is that always like kind of a thing about the Green Bay Packers? I assume that is a part of the folklore, maybe?
I think so, yeah. It's part of that's the great thing about not having an owner. If something is outdated, if you need something, like there's some new technology out there that other teams may have, the Packers are probably going to all of a sudden be in construction in the next 3 to 6 months to build that and put that in the facility. But yeah, everything is like pristine. It's what it should be. Lambeau Field, you think of, is such a historic name, a historic iconic venue that, yeah, I think they do a great job of not only like just the upkeep, the people. Like Wisconsin's a special place. The people are special there. And when your team is this good, guess what? Like everyone's feeling pretty damn good about it.
Let's go to one half of the hammer. Dahn! Cowboys. I don't know if we connected on that because of the little bit of a delay.
We nailed it.
Yeah, pretty good.
What happened last night with the bets? Who won? Was this a big-time sportsbook night again? Because the majority of people were on the Commanders plus 3.5 like I was?
Yeah, I don't know if I would call it a huge sportsbook night, but they definitely won again. It's closed. 54% of the money was on the Commanders, so they won in that aspect. But the under hit, Pat, and we talked about it yesterday. All the money that was on the under yesterday, like over 90%. And that game was under all the way. So now it moves to 13-4 so far in the season for unders. And all the money that's so far on this weekend looking ahead is also on the unders. So the public is going with the trend. And last night it stayed that way with the under. So the sportsbooks got killed on that one.
Okay, so we like what's going on here. Let's go ahead and continue to win, AJ. Now, I was wrong last night. And I think the reason why I was wrong is because I just assumed Jaden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury were going to be successful. Is that what we all thought? Have we not got to that point of judging them?
Oh, yeah.
It was not. They looked just.
They didn't play
no
bad,
answer.
though, Pat. They didn't really play bad. That's the thing. I watched a lot from the StatCast, like the end zone cam, and it's great because you can see everything kind of develop. It wasn't like there's a whole lot of plays out there that Jaden Daniels left out there he should have made. Whatever. Yeah, they missed 2 kicks, but the Packers, their eyes were on Jaden Daniels at all times. Their pass rush was unbelievable. Like there wasn't just free runners anywhere. Like they were everywhere. They're swarming defense. I know Kirk and Al talked about it, but this Packers defense, like when you get playing and you have all of this confidence and this swagger, and look at all the eyeballs on whoever has the ball, playing with proper leverage, discipline. Okay, we're not scared at all about getting beat deep because guess what? We know that we have an unbelievable pass rush, even if it's only a 4-man rush. It's just it's a thing of beauty right now to watch this Packers defense and watch how hard they're playing. Also with like I said, very disciplined, proper leverage, all of that. Everybody's trying to get to the ball.
You know, the winter is coming uniforms make it easier to see, but just look how much flash of white ends up in the camera, in the frame at the end of every single play. It's like people are running towards the ball. And, you know, in special teams, we don't want people stacked behind each other. We want to net. We want to net this thing. Look at the net that they have for Jaden Daniels. Everybody is kind of like, hey, there's nowhere to go, really. It was a very well-executed game plan from the Green Bay Packers defense with Jeff Hafley, and I like the juice that the boys have. I like, and that goes back to week 1. Micah gets a sack whenever the game was basically won. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He's right on the sideline, and it's like I think the D-line coach was over there. I think everybody was like jumping alongside. It was like a juice crew. Like LaFleur loves this.
Oh yeah.
Did he do it last night at all?
He didn't have to.
LaFleur loves the juice.
He was chewing.
He loves the juice. But I think that defense has a lot of juice too. And I think that's something that you have to coach or expect. Like, hey, we are a juice team.
Yeah, it's the standard, don't you think? What I love too about not only like the schematically, a lot of these clips you'll see the defenders, like these linebackers, can absolutely fly. Clay Walker, Edgerrin Cooper, these guys are awesome, but their eyes are on Jaden. Jaden's not going to tuck it and run without having 3, 4, 5, 6 Packers with their eyeballs on him while the DBs are in coverage. I just think all 3 levels of this Packers defense, like they're playing hand in hand and they're all helping each other out. It's just, it is very fun to watch when the defense, like I said, plays with proper leverage. Like all the old school coaching cliches, like, oh, here we go. Like this corner right here, he jumps back outside just to make sure he can't get around the edge. Like everyone's doing their job and they're doing it at a very, very fast pace and very violently. So that's what great defenses do. Everyone's on a string too, When one person goes, the other person fills in for them. And it's like, I think Mike McCarthy yesterday, coach, said the A-gap escape
that Aaron Rodgers was very good at and that Jaden Daniels was very good at. It felt like the middle of the pocket was clogged, and then the guys on the end, even though they might have been going outside or inside, never seemingly gave up an edge, which no edge, no chance is kind of the conversation, I think, around offensive football, especially if you have a Jaden Daniels guy. So that's one. Are they playing like that all year? Is that a whole season thing, Ty? Like, what is this? This is outrageous. First one, new offense coordinator, so can't judge it.
Sure.
Maybe they're not as good. Cliff Kingsbury, Jaden Daniels, year 2, Terry McLaurin, all their weapons out there. Debo Samuel being added on top of that. And it's like, now granted, running back position, that Austin Eckler loss, that sucks. Mm-hmm. That absolutely sucks. They're saying Achilles, right? Isn't that what they said about Austin Eckler?
Yeah.
That is a bummer. We like Austin Eckler. He's obviously a fitness freak, a guy who takes care of himself very well, but also an incredible NFL story as a whole. I assume he'll work his way back and try to get another shot. Hopefully he will. There was multiple years where all he did was score touchdowns. Hey, what's Austin Eckler do? Score touchdowns every single week. And seeing that last night for him sucks. Now they're left with just Bill.
Yeah,
right at running back.
Yeah, Bill.
So that's certainly a conversation around it all. Not that he's a problem. I'm just saying it's just Bill. They obviously had 2 running backs. And did you see Austin Eckler? Can you give me over here, Party? He was lined up. Can you give me, yeah, Party. Yep, Party.
Nice.
These camera people, man.
No, the camera. No, you're good right there. Good right there. Okay, so did you see Austin Eckler at one point was lined up like this in the backfield? I don't know if you saw that, AJ.
I don't think I did, no. What was he doing?
So it was a dive play. It was like 4th and 1 or whatever, and he had his he was literally like in a sprinter stance, almost like off kilt in the back, but he was trying to square his shoulders. I'm like, do linebackers see that? Like, it was pretty obvious that was.
If you saw it, I hope the guys in the field saw it, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm at the side view. You know, you're watching from the back there. I don't know but like Austin Eckler's like a veteran now. That's what I thought whenever I saw him. I'm like, oh, Austin Eckler's like an OG in the game now all of a sudden. Then to see him get injured, that sucks. So whenever you think about the Commanders, we assume their offense is going to be great because in week 1, Jaden Daniels looked unbelievable. They did it so great last year as a rookie sensation, you know, the whole thing. And then the Green Bay Packers stump them again. It's like, how many weeks can we say, well, we don't know about the Green Bay Packers? That's a real question. Like, how many more weeks of just dominance until we just start saying, is this defense one of the greatest? I mean, it's unbelievable how they started the season, AJ. That's a real question. Ty, what do you think? Like, when is there, do we know this?
How many weeks until we crown them, right, Pat? Like, how many weeks until you say, all right, these guys are certified. This is one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Until we know, I guess, right? That's kind of the question. Like, when do we think we'll know? Because these early games, it's so hard to predict. Because whenever I say might be right there, that's with everything. That's with literally everything. There's a rookie, Jackson Dart might be the greatest NFL player in the history of football. Like, that is a possibility. Signs say not likely, Magic 8 Ball. But for this season at least. But he might have the greatest season of all. We have no idea what's going to take place. At what point, Ty, can we crown these guys? Because I'll tell you, it was fun to watch them play football last night on the defensive side.
Yeah, I mean, with the Packers, you know, it seems like, you know, not till like late in December where it's like, oh, okay, this team might go win a Super Bowl this year, because now that, unfortunately, but it's also a good thing, like that's the expectation every single week, you know, and you're going to start kind of nitpicking a little bit if they don't do exactly that. Obviously, if they can stay healthy, you know, you're hoping that they can replicate this, because, you know, I see a lot of Cowboys people like after these first 2 games saying like, who is this guy? Like, Micah wasn't playing like this in Dallas, and he was still
relentless.
And he was still
absolutely relentless every single. How many times did he go up and under and get held last night? Like, if you're the tackle, good luck trying to set on every time.
Chip.
But just how he's always working. Any D lineman or DN or outside rusher, if you just watch how active, obviously his get off is off the charts, but just how active, and he's just relentless. His hands are always moving no matter what he's taking away, blocking surfaces. Like, look, how tough would that be to try to block this dude? If you had 2 of you,
AJ,
good luck.
AJ, you tell me, brother. Obviously, you can evolve and become like and I'm not saying he wasn't this. I didn't watch enough film, but this is what Jerry was basically saying. But if he becomes like Max Crosby-like energy on the field as well for every single play, and if he has a defense behind him that's like, hey, you can do whatever the hell you need to do, brother. We're everywhere. We are very good in covering up. So if he's getting like green lights too, because they're saying he picked up the defense very quickly. But if I'm Hafley and we have Micah Parsons and he's going to give max effort every single time he's out there like that, and he's a problem, it's like, Is there a way that we just let him do whatever the fuck he wants to do and we still cover in behind, AJ? That's a real question.
Absolutely. That's why I like when they didn't play as much match coverage, I feel like, the way you had eyes on Jaden Daniels, so he couldn't tuck it and run. That's when you always hear that, oh, look, they're in man coverage, so their backs are turned, quarterback can take off and gain some yards, especially those like third down scrambles that'll kill you as a defense. Yeah, like why? The good thing with Micah, you can line him up anywhere on the field, but I tell you what, I love putting him on the edge, though. When he is on the edge, he is absolutely wreaking havoc.
But if he can get three-way goes on every play, it's like
you can't block him.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's like, well, the run game might suffer because he ducks down inside, it's like they always had somebody seemingly scraping over the top. I don't know if it would be a D tackle or a linebacker would fill in, but it felt like there was always like somebody, like a safety behind Micah. It felt like there was always somebody, because he goes inside there, no edge, no chance, still make the play though. Like that's what I was so impressed with, because it's like, are they just letting him kind of just wreck the game, bro? We're paying you $47 million a year. Just go. Like that would be very cool.
That play we just showed right there, they're trying to chip him. Micah sees it, goes inside, and they're still the tackle and the guard are trying to get him. Doesn't matter. Micah's going to split them as well. So you had three guys in the Commanders kind of accounting for Micah, and he still gets a hit on the quarterback.
Yeah, and if he has that mindset all year, it's like, let's have the greatest season of all time, Micah, which is possible, which is absolutely possible, especially with what this Green Bay Packers team looks like they're going to be able to accomplish. Let's stay in the NFC North. Couple storylines developing. Kelvin Shepard, former teammate of mine, absolute dog out of LSU, is now the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Football Lions. The Detroit Lions, the number one seed in the NFC last year, also in the middle of massive turnover at the coordinator position. Did not look great in week one, but maybe they were taking on the greatest team of all time.
Yep.
Maybe in the Green Bay Packers. We have no idea. Here's DC at his press conference.
Looked like Kirby bit down on an over route there.
Kirby did exactly what he was supposed to do.
So he has the ability to kind of ad-lib.
Kirby did exactly what he was supposed to do with the structure of the defense.
On the pick play, how can Terrion defend that better?
By learning by previous mistakes. You guys been around here. We got the exact same play at San Francisco last year. Turn it on to Pearsall. Learn from your mistakes. You're a professional.
How much did the groin play into those two plays that he...
If you're injured, come out the game. If you're injured, come out the game. We're not making any excuses. No. We're not making any excuses. Just like if I have a play called I shouldn't have called, that's on me. A player has a job to do, that's on them. We all earn our paycheck. There won't be any free rides this year. We all come to the stadium with a job to do your job, point blank, period.
What has Ben's greatest strength as a play caller?
Everything. Next question.
Incredible ending. He was awesome in the locker room. He was beloved by everybody that was ever a teammate of his, and he was very active in conversation in the locker room. So he was a glue guy as well for every team he was on. But I appreciate the fact that he is letting people know that, hey, he's not with the shit either that happened in week one, but also let's make sure we're in the proper state of mind. Foxy, Detroit Lion fan.
Yes, sir.
Do we love this or hate this? And after what Green Bay did last night, are we a little bit more at ease maybe about this Lions team?
I love everything about it because this ain't the same old Lions anymore, Pat. All right, the standard is the standard. We're not just trying to win a playoff game anymore. We're trying to win a Super Bowl, and he knows he has a team and a defense that can do that. So I love this out of Shep. And also, I am ready to crown the Green Bay Packers because the Commanders and the Lions, they're great football teams, okay? And we all know that. So the Packers, they're just exceptional this year. Everything is okay in Detroit.
Okay, everything's great in Detroit. I love everything about it. The Packers might be the team, though.
Oh, yeah.
And if not them, maybe it's the Minnesota Vikings. You hear JJ McCarthy and Justin Jefferson, the two JJs on the sideline talking, AJ?
I did. It's pretty good leadership, I think, by the young QB over there, huh?
How about the young lad? Let's go to the NFL Films, Mike Tubb.
Go, gang. Come on. Have a day. Have a day. Come on. One first down at a time, brother. Come on.
That's it. We
Come
just
on.
need one.
You got to get that first down. Fact. Go, JJ. We just got to get some completions, get you going.
I know.
We got to get something going.
We just got to stay calm, cool, and poised.
No, we good. We good. We good. We good.
Always be alert. Don't give up on me.
I got you, brother. Come on, D. You ain't got to tell me. Let's go, JJ. One snap at a time, gang. Hell yeah. Come on. Come on.
Touchdown, JJ McCarthy.
Come on, JJ. Come on, JJ. Come on, JJ. boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, baby. Yes, JP. Yes, sir. Great job, Jeff.
Carl.
Hey, that was awesome. Hey, listen, Justin Jefferson sprinting over there in celebration afterwards. I wish we could see what it was like after the Justin Jefferson score. I wish we could see what it was like after the game. I wish we could see and hear what it was like in that huddle when JJ McCarthy looks around and says, hey, is there anywhere else you'd rather be in this moment? It's like, what a dog. And also Justin Jefferson, I respect him saying, hey, we just got to keep you going, JJ. We just got to get you going. Let's get a couple completions. Let's get you going. I like what they're building over there. Kevin O'Connell has a great culture, and obviously Justin Jefferson is a pillar of that. Watching him and JJ experience their first real game together was cool, I thought, Mr. Hawk.
Yeah, it's awesome. But like for JJ to come back and play that fourth quarter like he did, I mean, you know how tough it'd be. And big time, Monday night game, throw a pick six, and you're thinking, like, you could have some negative thoughts creep in, I think, if you're the quarterback. You could be a bit gun-shy when it comes to the fourth quarter when everything truly matters. So this is who he is, though. Isn't this JJ has proved to be this guy his whole life. He's won everywhere he's been in high school and college. So, yeah, why should we be shocked, I guess, when he pulls off a performance like this on a big Monday night game?
Hey, Dahn, I don't love that these rookies are just coming in and balling. Now, granted, 1 week, okay, sure. Monday night football game at home. But the last, C.J. Stroud, Jalen Daniels, and I'm not saying J.J. McCarthy's a rookie, but kind of. You know, it is hard not to say that at this point, even though he got a year of tutelage over there in Minnesota. I don't know how much he was around, but it's like in his first couple starts here, if he continues to have success, this will become a new trend in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean,
it
has been going. Like last year, you start with Jaden, and then you have Drake May, who looked really good, and you talk about JJ this year, and then Denver. I'm blanking on his name.
Bo Nix.
Thank you, Bo Nix. Bo Nix looked really good. Like all these young guys are looking really good, and I think it's because I don't know the NFL game. They always talk about NFL and college games. Like yes, the college is more simplified and stuff like that, but the NFL is doing more college stuff that the quarterbacks are used to. It's not like that. Like it used to be, hey, like this is two different languages going from college to NFL. So I think it might be just an easier transition as far as on the offensive side of the ball. Now, obviously, they're seeing different things on the defense, but the coaches know that. So I think they're better prepared. And then I think that it's such a all these coaches now are so offensive minded, or at least they have an OC who's so offensive minded, and just they only think about making things easy for the quarterback.
I like that. I would have hoped that offensive coordinators have always been offensive-minded, but we did see Matt Patricia, OC, up there in New England.
It's a tough scene.
And as you said that, Diggs, I literally thought my brain went through offensive-minded offensive coordinators. Everybody would do that. And then Matt Patricia hopped into my brain just right there. It was like, nope, actually, DC will be an offensive coordinator
I was
for
thinking
a second-year guy.
Back in the day, they were like, hey, this is how we do things. You're going to conform to us. Now I think it's more
like
a little
Peyton,
more.
Didn't Peyton, how many picks did Peyton throw in his rookie year?
20, whatever.
28.
So is that a thing of the past? Are we not going to see that anymore? Guys just coming in ready?
I'm in the house that Peyton kind of built,
yes.
By the way.
Yeah.
I think he has a portrait outside. He has a road here. There's a road Manning Pass, Peyton Manning Pass. I think there's a statue here. There's a locker complex. There's a new. I think he really would like to see this football team succeed. I think he has. I think Peyton Manning has been very supportive of the Volunteers over the years. I think he really enjoys this place and loves this place. But yeah, his first year was ridiculously terrible. Boy, I couldn't even fathom what the toxic table would have said about Peyton Manning. Especially when it comes out that he interviewed the teams whenever he was coming through the draft process. And then this guy goes and breaks the record for the most amount of picks in the history of the NFL his rookie year. It would have been loud. It would have been very, very hilarious probably, especially with his accent and everything that you could possibly do. But yeah, if you think about his entire trajectory, it's like, I don't know if guys will have the time to do that these days with how loud it gets. And then, are they even going to be able to mentally be tough enough to bounce back from one of those types of years? We shall see. Good luck to Caleb.
Yeah.
I'm pumped to Caleb. Because that word was getting thrown out there about Caleb. Bryce Young.
Yes.
It was coming out. That one word was coming out, which we don't like to say, but I'm just saying it has a. Trevor Lawrence, they need a big year.
Oh, yeah.
They need a big year down there. I think in a couple of years probably going to be able to do that. But then obviously you see the Sam Darnolds and Geno Smiths of the world. Geno feels like he's where he's supposed to be. Baker Mayfield feels like he's where he's supposed to be. Sam Darnold with McDonald, brand new entire everything. Maybe he's where he's supposed to be as well, you know? Everybody's running their own race, AJ. Everybody's running their own race.
I guess they are. I think these quarterbacks we've talked about the 7-on-7, all the stuff that they grew up, they've seen like every route concept from when they're like 12 years old on, traveling around playing this travel 7-on-7 stuff. Like they've seen all of it. They know different coverages. I just think they come in with a different level of knowledge of what the defense is trying to do. And hey, this is how we are attacking as an offense. And I'm not just looking at one read or whatever. I'm looking at a bunch of different stuff, and I've been doing that since I was 10, 12, 15 years old. Like I think that puts them at a huge advantage. Now, there's disadvantages too. You'll hear Tom Brady talk about not developing quarterbacks, all of that stuff. I think, though, they have these concepts like burned into their mind from a young age to where they just, I don't know, maybe just puts them a little bit ahead of where guys were, say, 20 years ago when they first come into the league.
What was his name? Cruel from IMG? Cruel?
I don't know.
Jake Cruel, the pass rusher.
Dog, absolute dog. He's pass rusher, and he named
You're right.
technique coach, fundamentals coach, this coach, this coach, this coach. He's been getting that probably since 8th grade. So, yeah, quarterbacks, definitely. With the virtual reality thing now, too, like they're getting a chance to like kind of see it maybe. You just have to have the work ethic to want to do it. You know, and that's like kind of the separator. I think obviously you have to have the talent, have to have the ability, but then also the work ethic to kind of take advantage of all these things. And, the game might get better and better as we go on. Hey, Connor, what's going on with the Browns and the Ravens? What is that? So I know that the Baltimore Ravens are celebrating their 30th year as the Baltimore Ravens franchise, and they're just so happening to be doing it against the Cleveland Browns, which, as we all know, the Cleveland Browns didn't exist anymore whenever the Baltimore Ravens started because Baltimore said, that's our team now. That's our team now. Cleveland didn't have a team. Cleveland, noted football town, dog pound, you name it, didn't have a team. Cleveland Browns finally come back and make, I think football world right again. But I remember those days because the Pittsburgh Steelers fans just immediately picked up their hate for Cleveland and just sent that shit right to Baltimore. Oh, you're the Cleveland Browns? Okay, we don't like you. Definitely don't like you. So that became one of the greatest rivalries in all of sports. I think some people would even vote it as their Rushmore rivalry in all of sports, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. But that only exists because it was the Cleveland Browns before that. So 30th anniversary of them becoming a team. We stole your team. And then everything else that is potentially happening right now in the media. Connor, what the hell is going on over there? Are they publicly beefing right now?
Yeah, there's a pretty big beef going on. It started earlier in the year. Jerry Jeudy earlier in the week. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy, favorites NFL player for many people up here on this stage, basically was informed, he was already asked maybe about it being a 10.5 point spread, and he basically said, hey, that's disrespectful. I'm not sure if there was a personal jab towards the Ravens or a team overall jab towards the Ravens, but the bad blood started there. Then Grant Delpit kind of carried it over. He had this to say. We have the video here.
How hard is he to bring down?
Not hard.
Graham, I mean, going back to that, we saw it last year. You obviously were afraid in that first matchup to take him on.
Yeah.
So where does that come from? Is that a mindset?
I mean, we're playing football, man. It's tackle football. Somebody got the ball, you got to bring him down.
Yeah, so it might have kind of got misconstrued that Grant Delpit realized that there's a Browns logo behind him and not a Bills logo, and he's basically saying, hey, Derrick Henry, that guy sucks at running back. I can tackle him with ease. That's how some people took it on the internet, and I will say some people because I know there's more than just one because I am one, and Derrick Henry got wind of this, and they ended up asking him what he thought.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that. I saw his coach had a tweet, even a quote, and he had a quote.
Yeah, we'll see, bitch.
Good answer.
We're going to find out, aren't we, Grant? Bold move, but you got to love it. This is AFC North football. I love that there's beef like this early on. I would bet on Grant Delpit's under tackles and over knees to the head. I assume he's going to go low on Derrick Henry, and there's a chance Derrick Henry might have some extra motivation. It's not as if he's coming off, 180 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he's scorching hot to start the season. But, yeah, you got to love a little beef early on in the division for the AFC North.
There was also a quote from Jerry Jeudy where he said that the Ravens secondary presents no challenges, and Kyle Hamilton got wind of that as well. So, yeah, this is just a classic Ravens and Browns matchup from week 2.
I love everything about that. And what's he supposed to say? Yeah. I'm scared to tackle another adult.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, Jerry Jeudy's saying, That secondary, I don't know if you're reading what they're saying about some Paisan coach that's going over there, but they present no problems. Okay, so let's not even worry about it. That's a little bit of a shit talk, I think. But Delpit being asked if he can tackle Derrick Henry, I don't know what he's supposed to say. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a former 20th overall pick. He's a national champion out of LSU. Obviously played for the Cowboys and the Ravens, and we love him. Emmy Award winner for NFL Live, and also a dad to maybe 6 Olympians. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Swaggo Spears.
Sprinter.
What's up, fellas? What's up?
Hey, thank you for making time for us today. Where are you? Where are you headed?
Man, I'm actually in the Sprinter, going to LSU, Florida this weekend, and my son is doing an unofficial visit for basketball.
Oh, I like an unofficial visit. You know,
there he is.
You know,
there he is.
Hey, hey, congrats, dude.
What up, Joe?
Hey, congrats, man. Well earned on that number 1, dude. Number 1 recruit in the country is a big deal.
Well earned on the number 1 recruit, bro. He said, appreciate it. You know they so cool now, Pat.
Yeah, they got a lot of that. Swagoo. They got a lot of money out there. Yeah. They're really cool. Hey, Dad, you want me to get the Sprinter van or you? You know, that is an interesting.
Yeah,
that is an interesting. Yeah,
for real.
yeah, we know.
We got about a year until I'm asking him for permission.
Well, obviously, you've been an incredible father to all your kids alongside Mama, and we send our shouts to the whole family. Thank you for joining us. Did you hear what Grant had to say there about Derrick Henry, and what is your thoughts on this entire thing? And also, Derrick Henry, what are your thoughts on him being a different species than everybody else maybe that carries the rock?
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Grant Delpit is a former LSU Titan, so when he say things, I got to be cautious about how I respond to him. But he's out of his damn mind. He knows how difficult this challenge is going to be with Derrick Henry. And I don't know, have you guys watched? So Derrick Henry put something on YouTube this offseason about how he works out. He works out here in Dallas with a trainer. And it is ungodly, the amount of workouts.
He's doing 405 with bands. He's doing 405 with bands on the bench.
Yeah.
And then he's doing it. Yeah, he's insane.
So when you see him stiff arming people and knocking the shit out of them, you already know why. Like, he's prepared for that. So Grant Delpit knows that too. So you might as well talk, because regardless of if you talk or don't talk, it's still coming downhill.
That is true. Yeah, Swaggy, what were you like when you were playing? Did you ever give any of the other teams any bulletin board material, as they say, that would piss your own coaches and players off?
No, I play for a bunch of assholes. They didn't let us talk to the media like that. Nick Saban was never going to let us give any bulletin board material. I left him and went straight to Bill Parcells, who was never going to let you give any rat poison, is what they called it. So we had to keep everything in-house. But anytime somebody did get bulletin board material, you could tell in the game that the other team heard it.
Yes, and also Derrick Henry saying, yeah, we heard it. So we'll see. Like in the modern world, everything is heard and seen. I think Grant, this is like when Joe Flacco was asked if he thought he was an elite quarterback. It's like, yeah, dude, I don't know. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Am I like Grant Delpit? You think you can tackle Derrick Henry? Yeah, man, I guess I'm going to have to. Like, so I don't know which way you go there, but good luck to all parties. We're excited about it. Let's talk about the game last night.
Yeah.
Swagoo. We've been talking for the first 30 minutes about this Green Bay Packers defense. That's literally all we've been talking about, because it feels like they might be generational. We have no idea what it's going to look like at the end of the season. What did you see last night? And is this Green Bay Packers team, I mean, are we allowed to crown them after 2 weeks? Are we allowed to crown a team? Because I feel very comfortable in doing so at this moment.
I know a lot of people feel comfortable, Pat, and I like them a lot. I think the speed jumps off the page to me, like how fast this defense is. Everybody's playing with the swagger, which obviously Micah Parsons has infused a lot of juice. But it's the way that they're playing on the string, man. I mean, AJ knows this. Defenses that play together, and when you got guys on all 3 levels that are really, really good, and I mean, you got Micah and Rashawn Gary up front. By the way, these defensive tackles for Green Bay are playing extremely well. And you got Andrew Cooper and obviously Quay Walker and McKinney on the back end. It's just tied. And you see the pass rush. You see when they get people in third long situations, how much of an impact, number one, Micah Parsons has, but also how it helps everybody else, man. I mean, when you play, I played with DeMarcus Ware. You were getting one-on-ones all the time when DeMarcus Ware was on the field, because they had to figure out a way to stop him from getting after the passer. So I know Jeff Ashley goes home every night and tells his wife, we have a job for a very long time if he's married. I don't know if he's married. I don't want to put that on your athlete if you want to be a single man. But the way that this defense looks right now, though, it really feels like that should be the thing.
He's definitely talking to his wife, if she exists, if he is single, whoever he's friends with, whatever his most protected confidant is. He is definitely telling them that he is excited for Micah, and then also follow up, thank you, Jerry. Did you hear those chants last night out of all of Green Bay? That's becoming their new rally. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. And then thank you, Jerry. That's Green Bay right now. That is what they're doing. How do you feel as a former Cowboy?
I don't feel good about that, and I knew you were gonna bring that shit up on the show because that's what you do, man. And
absolutely,
I was okay with Micah having success and being who he is. We knew he was gonna play well wherever he went. But the thank you, Jerry, just reiterates how pissed off I still am on this trade. And also, we've had a day of shows that's talking about the Green Bay Packers being Super Bowl contenders, and it's because of that guy. They paint murals, they doing all kind of stuff, and this is the pettiness of the Green Bay Packers. Hawks has been on the other side when they tore our ass up in Lambeau, and I'm just not fond of this organization, of this franchise, because I took so many.
Micah loves it, though. Micah said it's the nicest facility he's ever seen.
Yeah, whatever, AJ. Don't give a shit about it, dog. I just didn't want them to be there.
I'm not fond of this organization. Oh my God, that is awesome.
No, man, no.
Fond of this organization.
Everything that Green Bay stands for. I have took so many L's to the Green Bay Packers, though, that I can't actually have a love and a great life for the football team.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, the city is awesome, too. We were up there for the draft. It was alive, and Micah might be able to buy, 14 acres of a house.
Sure.
Like a house that's 14 acres up there. $47 million a year in Green Bay.
You at Knoxville, man?
Yeah, brother. We got Georgia here tomorrow. It's beautiful. The weather real hot with the sun. Obviously, the sun still has its fastball. All right.
Are you jumping in the river again?
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
Can you reach your you think you can jump from there, Pat? You think you can make it?
You give me a couple Jack and Dr. Peppers. I could probably convince myself that maybe I can make it outside this parking lot that's right here, but I don't know if I can make it all the way to that river. That's gonna be tough. I'm gonna need a jetpack. Which, if
y'all
it is
gotta
available,
excuse me if I'm freezing. I'm in the Bulldogs of Louisiana, so if I'm freezing, I apologize.
I can't believe we've had you for this long. It has certainly froze up a couple times, but then I remembered you're driving through Louisiana right now. This is unbelievable. Well, continue travel.
My bad.
Don't be. We are thankful you came. Have an incredible weekend down there. Tell the boy we said congratulations. You're the best.
And also, Pat, don't have any of those drinks and don't try to jump in that river or this will be your last damn show. All right?
You got it. They got good whiskey down here, though. Tennessee's got good whiskey down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Swagger.
Swagger.
Yeah. Man, I didn't know he didn't. He doesn't like the Packers that much. That was kind of surprising to me.
I'm not fond of the organization. That was awesome. I've never heard that said that way. I really appreciate that. There's some people that have gathered out here, obviously. They're screaming. I can hear them because it's echoing through the cement here. I can't really, because the wind outside, I don't know if they can hear me at all unless I start screaming at them. But I'm also like a 20-minute walk from them, I think, from what it is. So
it looks
I
beautiful.
appreciate them standing down there if they're able to see it. It is gorgeous here.
Yeah,
it does look beautiful.
Unbelievable.
It's about to be, they said 80-something tomorrow by noon. So it's going to be a hot morning down here, which...
I saw a 90 on Sunday, too. Probably going to be a hot night for that game.
Is it night game? 3:30. What time does that game kick off?
I have no idea. I was actually hoping that I got corrected before talking to Saban. Okay, now.
Okay,
3:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, 3:30. That's a perfect time, a little bit, but it is going to be hot. I think, yeah, we're in the South, down here. I think Jack Daniels is a few hours away. You were to drive. I think you could get to Jack Daniels, which is a beautiful thing. Obviously, Nashville, down the road, couple hours, home of country music. And in this city, obviously legends throughout. Ty, what is the University of Tennessee? Don't they have a good baseball team? What else? They got probably a great softball team, if I had to guess. I assume.
Without a doubt, Pat. They have an unbelievable baseball team. Very recently won a national championship. The sports programs as a whole have actually won 24 national championships. Obviously, the women's b-ball team has 8, and they lead. Pat Summitt. She basically like invented women's basketball. I hope people don't get pissed at me, but I think that's kind of well known. Baseball, like you mentioned, 6 national championships, 7 total national championships in track and field, men's and women's, and then they've also won 207 SEC championship team titles. While that stadium you're in, it's the 3rd biggest stadium in the SEC, but it's also the 8th biggest stadium in the world, which is kind of crazy. And the university's been around a long time, since 1794. It's obviously went through many changes in names, but it used to be a very small college, and now it is the flagship, obviously, University of Tennessee. Over 282,000 alumni across the world. So a lot of Vols fans out there. And if you get a chance, ask someone about the school motto. Because I think it's very prescient when it comes to the game tomorrow. It's know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
Ooh. Okay, I like that. That's a school motto. Like you come in, you put your hand down, right hand up the guard, and they say, what happens? And you go, know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Go Vols.
Yeah,
that's what it is?
Bingo. Set you free, make you free. I saw a lot of both, but I think set you free is a little bit. And then, like you said, go Vols. Find me one of them blue tick coonhounds, because that's what Smokey, that's the type of dog that he is.
Saw a statue, Smokey, earlier. It was beautiful. That's good tidbits there from Ty.
I got one more tidbit, because I stayed in Knoxville on my way to Hilton Head one time. Stayed right next to the hotel. Fun fact, the SEC was created in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yes, it was.
The Southeastern Conference was created right here in Knoxville, Tennessee?
Yes, it was, in 1932.
What a blessing that was to our society. This city birthed the Southeastern Conference?
Yes,
is that what you're
did.
saying?
Yep.
What did Sankey do? Sankey just went into a room here, and they just said, hey, do you want to do something? And he said, the whole fucking Southeast. And they said, yep. And then they just went on this river and did the thing. And then,
you did.
What river is this? This is the Tennessee River?
I believe that is the Tennessee River, Pat.
Now, the mighty Mississippi obviously flows.
Sure. It does flow. It flows.
But the thing about the Tennessee, the mighty Mississippi, while it does flow, it is not nestled right into the Smoky Mountains like the Tennessee River is.
As we were flying in, we saw the clouds kind of hovering above the Smoky Mountains. And then as we're kind of getting a little bit lower down into town, beautiful farmland, beautiful. It is gorgeous down here. In the weather and the sun, and it's not too humid. It feels like the perfect time to be in Knoxville. And I think Georgia, Tennessee is going to be a spectacular game. Speaking of spectacular, we always love it on this particular program whenever there's a players-only meeting. Now, whenever a players-only meeting happens, normally that is a call for concern. But when it's happening after week 1, I don't even know if it counts as the season starting yet. So, players-only meeting before season even really gets started, after one drumming to the best team maybe in football, the Indianapolis Colts. Obviously, our standpoint as people that have sat in players' meetings, boy, if you're having those, more problems are coming. Is kind of what my thought is on the whole thing. But this could turn them around, AJ.
Why do we know about it, Pat? That's my question. Why do we know about it?
Because somebody had to text Schefter and say, hey, listen, we just had a players-only meeting.
On Tuesday, too. There's probably some guys had some marketing things they had to cancel to make sure they came in. Because, hey, yeah, I'm coming in Tuesday. I'll be there 8 a.m. Well, players-only meeting 4 p.m., bud. Okay, cool. I got to go turn down this opportunity I have or go something to come into this players-only meeting on our off day.
Well, and also Community Tuesdays. These guys, we know these Dolphins players were probably trying to save the city. Trying to save the society, give back. And instead, they went into a room together, no coaches. No trainers. I don't want equipment managers in here either. Who's talking? Tua. All right. What's Tua saying? He's saying we're not changing much. We just got to kind of do our thing.
Same page.
Show me the money, maybe.
That was when it all started, I think.
Come on.
Okay, that's Gumpy, who is a Dolphins fan. I didn't know if his microphone was going to work. I was seeing how long we could just kind of disparage the Miami Dolphins having a players meeting until he would get involved. Gumpy off camera, but Party can get him. Gumpy, the Miami Dolphins, Party, you can get him, yeah. The Miami Dolphins are in hell right now, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is about as bad as it gets. And when you got a coach who doesn't really want to do anything about that, I think you are forced to have a players-only meeting.
Okay, so who spoke in that players-only meeting? Who are the leaders in that meeting, if you had to guess?
I truly believe that Jordan Brooks on defense is a leader on that football team.
What do you think the message is that he's saying in there? Hey, boys, we need to not suck. Yeah.
There's not one good takeaway. There's not one good thing happened from week one. Like, there wasn't, like, every other team in football right now could take something positive away from the game they played in week one. You can't say anything good about what the Dolphins did in week one.
So, AJ, that means that the good thing is that the players-only meeting happened for them. That's how their fans should be viewing it.
Yeah,
Don't you think, AJ?
I guess, I don't know. I guess after week one, they're, hey, what do you say, nip it in the bud before it gets too bad. They're trying to figure that out. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess it is okay because it means, hey, we do care. We're trying to win. We're, you know, the worst thing is if players don't care that you got blasted week one. I don't know. If they come out on fire, then cool. Then they should have a players-only meeting every Tuesday.
AJ, how many times did you speak in your players-only meetings? You were a first speaker, or what, were you back cleanup? What?
I've been a part of maybe one or two of them. I sat in the back and felt really awkward. My face got warm because I felt embarrassed usually for the guys that were speaking.
I feel that. I feel the embarrassment for other people. It gets very uncomfortable. I even break out sometimes. Yep. Because I'm so uncomfortable for people whenever I'm watching them do something. I'm like, oh my God, that whole thing. Definitely that feeling for ours as well. Every once in a while you'll hear a good story from somebody about their background. Because normally it turns into, I've had a harder life than you have. I care more than you care.
They're all the same. They're all the same.
As much as I care.
Everyone, even though we've never even talked about it really, they all have the same beats. Every single players only meeting that's ever happened, I feel like.
I'm in here 5 a.m. every day. Nobody else is here.
For sure. I don't see you. Starts pointing, guys. I don't see you. I see your car's gone by 3:30.
I would love it if some of you would beat me into this building. But that's not the reality of this team. And that's why we're in this room today. And then somebody else gets up there. My cousin, uncle, dad, and grandfather all died last week. So
shouldn't be funny, I guess.
I have exactly though. But that is how it goes though. That is what it is, and it's there's either somebody's opportunity to give a motivational speech, okay, which we know there's a lot of motivational speakers on the internet. There's a lot that shouldn't be, but there are people that try to get into that sphere. There are people that see themselves as motivational speakers. It may be not the best, which is why they don't really get a chance to do it that often. Some people take that opportunity to give a motivational speech. Some people take it as an opportunity to set perspective for other people, saying you're getting too comfortable, so they tell an egregious story that is just whoa, read the room. I don't know if now's the time for all of that. And then there's a little bit of bickering Normally there's a bicker that happens at some point, and there's certainly good that can come out of it. Remember, the Ohio State Buckeyes last year after the loss to the team from up north, they had a players-only meeting with Ryan Day, and Will Howard described it as pretty animated in there. There were some grievances that were definitely aired, and they obviously became better from it. So I'm not saying it can't have success, but I've never been a part of one that I didn't think to myself immediately afterwards, we didn't have to do that. That felt like that was dumb. And then, but they might be different these days because these guys might not communicate and gossip as much as they used to in the locker rooms because they're all on their phones. So maybe the players-only meeting is an opportunity for everybody to kind of be like, hey, this is actual season here. Tyreek Hill speaking at that, you think?
I doubt it. The issue is you can't talk about changing the culture every time you talk to the media for this many years. So that's the issue. As a fan, I'm tired of hearing about the culture change. I would like to see it actually happen.
Well, that's what the players-only meeting's all about. Let's see, what did we not cover? Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh, a deep history. Deep history. We all remember the glory days out there in the NFC West with the Niners and the Seahawks, but also college and everything. Here's Pete Carroll talking about Jim Harbaugh ahead of their matchup.
Respectful. I'm not trying to make it into anything that's not. But what's your fondest memory of this rivalry with Jim Harbaugh?
I remember Jim. No, I don't. I have no fond memories. I'm not going to go there. They're great games. They've been great games. That's all.
He said that
been a bunch of them.
that you guys in different lives could have been great teammates. When he says something like that, what is that?
Well, I think that would come from he's seen my game, and so he would like me to help him win, if I could. And so he'd like us to play together, I guess. But one thing we would certainly see eye to eye on is about competing. He's always been a great competitor, and he battled through so much in his playing days and in his coaching days as well. So I appreciate him saying that because I'd like to play with him too.
He said that you're not on each other's Christmas, or he's not on your Christmas card list. You expect a birthday card from him then?
Well, I'm surprised he would say that because he sends me a birthday card every year. So I don't know what to tell you.
Pete, after having a few days off, just.
Okay, Pete, wheeling and dealing in there. It sounded at the beginning, no fondness. Okay, I like the word fond being used a lot these days. I think I might start adding it to my repertoire as well for being fond of things, not fond of things. With that being said, sounds like they got a lot of respect for each other, AJ, and obviously these two battling again in the same division, just coaching Goliath. Then you add in Sean Payton and Andy Reid into that division. It's outrageous the coaching resumes of the entire conference over there.
It is. All of this got me thinking, the post-game handshake. What's that going to be? Is it going to be one of the big, the stern, the real heavy-handed,
back slap?
Back
Jim
slap
Schwartz.
a few times. Yeah, the Jim Schwartz situation. Like, are we going to back slap real hard? What do we do? Like, that's what I make sure the cameras get a good shot of that. That's all I care about.
There was respect there at the end. He said, I would like to be teammates with him too. He handled it well.
Yeah.
Ty, what do you think? There's a little sauce in that? I'm sorry, Connor. Do you think there's a little sauce in it, Connor?
Oh, yeah. I think there's an edge to Pete Carroll. I think it's no more jovial Pete Carroll. I think there is a little bit of a hey, I kind of got kicked out of the league, fought for my job, then nobody wanted me for an entire year. And now I think he's a little pissed off. Even when he first initially said, I have no good memories of Jim Harbaugh, they kind of waited for a happy Pete Carroll gum chewer laughing, and that didn't come. Pete Carroll seems to be on damn near a revenge tour, and it goes all the way back to starting in the offseason when he said, hey, look, I win. I'm going to win. We are going to win here. And I don't think anybody thought that it would, not happen, but it seems as though they do have a little bit of some moxie to them, a little bit of fuck you to them, if you will.
A little Raiders to him. Hey, AJ, do you think he did a little self-scout in the year that he was away from the game and said maybe people told him or he found out that people don't take him as seriously as a football coach because he's known as just the fun guy, the upbeat guy? Do you think that is a actual decision that's made, or do we just think that Pete Carroll towards the end of that thing was just answering in a fun, jovial way? My game is probably what he saw, why we'd be good teammates, because he can still spin it. We know that about Pete Carroll.
Oh, yeah, we can. I'm sure that. Imagine being a coach and being we say all the time, they're institutionalized. Every second of their day is planned out. Everything is football all day, every day. When you get away from that for a year, I can imagine you'd finally start to look at the world a little different, try to look at this job differently. I know Mike McCarthy talks about that a little bit from him being out in the short time he has. But, yeah, maybe this is a new Pete. What's 73 years old? Is that right? Can people – you can change.
Yeah, people don't
I can change. We all can change.
In their 70s,
is that
they
what it
normally,
is?
yeah, in their 70s, they normally do change, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When people want someone to change, I don't see people changing past the age of 12.
I could see Brady rubbing off
Is
on
that
him.
right? Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I think I think when you're that old and you have that much football, no offense to that old, you get it. When you've lived that long and done that much, and then you get booted for the first time, I think you can get a little spite at that age, saying, "Who do these people think?"
In a good way, that motivates you, though, right? It's one of the spite
Definitely.
that motivates. It's a huge, huge motivator.
And Geno, same shit.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
Right.
and it's like Max Crosby, same shit. They are the Raiders. Wow.
It could
or
be.
are the Chargers? We'll find out this weekend. AJ, great work in this first hour. I don't know if my clock is tied in directly, so you're going to have to do this, but just let these people know that the next hour is so good. Nick Saban and Coach Heupel.
Oh, yeah, Nick Saban. We got Josh Heupel. People don't – that guy can still spin it. I don't know if you have a ball up there. We have 10 seconds left, but I don't know if you have a ball. I want to see him spin it. He could probably throw the ball into that river from the perch you are sitting on, so everyone's going to want to stick around. We'll be back. Josh Heupel, Nick Saban. See you in 3.
Good tease.
Is close to $1 million in prizes. Maybe we'll break that today. Over $1 million to charity for a total of over $2 million given away. And I got a feeling you might have somebody with a leg, Pat, trying to take some more of your money.
Yeah, Reese, I appreciate you saying that it's my money. My wife, my daughter, and my mom are happy to hear that reiterated. I think it's very clear that no business would actually sign up to give away $250,000. Jack, what year are you here at Oklahoma?
Freshman
You're a freshman,
yes,
okay.
okay.
You're from Houston. What's your major here?
Accounting.
Okay, so it's going to be tough to count all the dollars if you make this kick. Have you ever kicked before?
I did one time. It was kickoff in a JV game.
How was it? Was it terrible? Did you kick it out of bounds?
It sucked.
I like that.
He came prepared.
Look at this. Guy brought cleats. Guy brought cleats. What is your mindset as you go?
Honestly, I'm clear-minded. I've been listening to a lot of music, so I'm locked in right now.
Who are you listening to?
Frank Ocean.
All right. Why don't we up this to $200,000 to you? And we'll keep the $100,000 donation for the light beneath the well that obviously the Michigan player is doing to make the world better. Michigan, Oklahoma potentially coming together. You're a lefty here, okay? If Ernest Hausman can dig some wells, you can somehow pull a rabbit out of the hat and hit a 30-yard field goal, not only for your bank account, you accountant, but also for the world. Go on, Jack! So much more. All right, let's go. Jack, come here, Jack. Jack. Oh, shit. Okay.
Look at that swing!
Unbelievable. Jack,
upset
Jack,
of the week.
Jack, come here, buddy.
The scouting report did not have that going through.
Okay, so it was a $100,000 kick.
Son of a bitch.
It ends up being $200,000 to you, $100,000 to Ernest Hausman's The Light Beneath the Well, $550,000 in total over the first 2 weeks. Jack, congrats, dude. That was unbelievable.
What just happened? I can't believe you hit that.
It was all worth it, bringing the cleats, doing the whole thing.
Sir. How close did that come?
2 yards.
2 yards, you cleared it by. Congrats, Jack. Let me sign this check. What a magical morning here in North. Thank you.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey. What? Let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Here we go, hour 2 of the Pat McAfee Show. I'm AJ Hawk sitting in for Pat. He's in Knoxville, Tennessee for a giant matchup tomorrow in College Gameday. Packers win 27-18 last night.
Football!
It's what we do here, right, Pat? As you got a windy situation as we kick off hour 2. I know we got Coach Saban joining us here in a little bit. Then we have Josh Heupel, head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers. Pat, you all right over there? It seems a bit windy.
It's got a little breezy out here in beautiful Knoxville, Tennessee. You know, they call it Knox Vegas if you want to look for that. They also got incredible football history here as a couple football legends just walked their way over here. And obviously we'll have the greatest college football coach of all time join us. Jimmy Sexton just showed up here too.
Wow.
Yeah, a big Cadillac just showed up here. And I'll tell you, whenever he's around, you know there's big business happening. You know there's big magic happening, and obviously it's a huge weekend here in Knoxville. I assume he is currently negotiating some multiple $100 million deal for somebody that's going to have a ripple effect to somebody else that he represents, which is going to have a ripple effect to somebody else. I mean, that guy is a mastermind. And so is Coach Saban, who'll be joining us here in a matter of moments. It's an electrifying weekend down here in Tennessee as Georgia, the Dogs, come to town. Now, AJ, not a lot of people talking about the Dogs this year. Now, more people talking about Tennessee, I think, because of the story of Nico Iamaleava leaving and then Joey Aguilar kind of getting the gig there. And wow, what a story, what a story. Nobody's talking about these guys over here. Let's go to one half of the Hammer. Dahn. Cowboys AP tone. Is Georgia still Georgia, or how come there hasn't been a lot of chatter about them dogs this year thus far?
It is crazy because everyone acts like Georgia's fallen off a cliff, but they still won the SEC championship last year. And I think people tend to forget that. But the first-round exit last year to Notre Dame kind of put a sour taste in everyone's mouth. And Georgia, yes, Georgia is still Georgia on the defensive side of the ball. They're saying this is one of their best defenses in the last 5 years, so I think they're feeling really good about that. The question is all about Gunnar Stockton and the offensive line. Maybe that isn't Georgia what has Georgia has been. So if they could figure things out on the offensive line, and if Gunnar Stockton, takes that next step, this will be a classic Georgia team for sure.
Can't wait to watch it here. It's going to be electrifying. In the 8th largest stadium in the world here in Neyland. Let's go to the talks table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Those are some good tidbits, Ty, but let's get to the story of last night. On Amazon Prime, Kirk and Al are back, and your team looks to be – is that the best defense they had since this Ohio Hawker was flying around whenever you guys won a Super Bowl? Is that what it feels like over there?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, and there's no question that that's the case. And I saw that they're putting up the same. They haven't put up numbers like this since 1995. If you want to go even further back,
better than Hawker.
Yeah,
what?
Potentially better than Hawker's defense, which is crazy
That
to
hurts.
think. But no, it just, I mean, I almost don't know what to do the day after games because this is just like so foreign to me, and I'm not used to watching this. I'm used.
Are you nervous? Does it make you nervous, Ty?
Not really. I'm kind of just riding the wave right now, and I'm very excited. And I mean, Micah Parsons is maybe the best football player of all time, and the fact that he just
whoa, Tyler Warren still plays.
He does. He does.
Defensive side.
You're right.
Of the
Yeah,
ball.
defensive, offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
And I'm still just trying to get over the fact that he fell right into the Packers' laps. I mean, I feel bad for Kenny Clark, but it's all these other guys who the last several years they're young, and that's kind of been the like the prevailing narrative is, hey, these guys are young, just wait a couple years, and all these first round picks that we used on the defensive side of the ball, like they're going to start playing that way, and it still hasn't really happened. And then boom, Micah gets here, and all these different guys who you've heard so much about over the last 4 to 5 years, now it's like, oh, okay, there's the guy they drafted 12th overall, there's the guy they drafted 11th overall. All these guys are playing their best game seemingly 2 weeks in, and like AJ, like you guys have both mentioned, it's just they're so fast, they're so physical, they're so violent, they're so fun to watch. It's crazy that we're talking about a Packers team and that's the story and it's not the offense.
Yeah, it's wild to think that Jordan Love also good. AJ, they pay Jordan Love. They have this long-term plan. We've obviously covered it pretty in-depthly, from the beginning to the dark hole to the, all of it. We have seen everything. It feels like, and I don't want to go cart before the horse, last year, Jordan Love, good. Everybody's saying he's good. There's injury, obviously, but he's good. From this start of it, command of the offense, feels like he's incredibly poised, clear leader of team, has the moxie to lead a squad, and it feels like it's coming very easy to him this year. And I love this.
Yep.
3rd and 9. Let me go ahead and run him over because they haven't really unlocked his running game yet. And I don't think they ever want to. But he has the ability to do this a lot, if he really wanted to. Very large, very athletic, and it feels like he's more comfortable in the pocket than he is out of it, which is exactly what you're looking for. The Guardian cap on Dobbs, 6X?
Yeah.
That is 6X?
Yes.
One, I like that. Is that 2 Guardian caps in 1 Guardian cap? And if you double wrap, AJ, I know we've been trying to get to the bottom of this. If you double Guardian condom is that better or
That's what they say, right?
Worse?
They always say if you put 2 on, it's much more efficient.
Just worry about the friction.
Yep. What about 3 on there, though? What if you really start stacking them up there like those dolls that have the
Russian China dolls or whatever.
Russian China.
Yeah, well, that's 2 different
dolls.
countries. But yeah, it feels like Jordan Love really hitting his thing right now, AJ. And is that how all Packers fans feel?
I think so, yeah. I think this year they came into it optimistic and hoping that he would take a next step and be the superstar that we think he is. And I think last night he took another step in that direction. I mean, that run that we showed earlier when he's just running through dudes on the sideline, can you imagine what it would have been like to be in Lambeau and hear that last night? I don't know. Amazon, for some reason, the crowd mics aren't super loud. I feel like we don't get to fully feel what Lambeau felt last night, but it still looked awesome at least.
Why are they doing that, AJ? I sent that
That's
in there.
That's a huge part of the game. It's a huge part of the game is the crowd noise. riding the levels somehow to get the mix right to where we feel a lot of that crowd noise, especially pre-snap, I think.
So I think, first game of the year for Amazon, so I think they're trying to feel it out. But I think this has been a thing with them a lot.
It has.
I think it has been a lot of, like, stadiums sound much quieter on Amazon than they do on everything else. And it's like, I hope they understand that loud crowd is good for a game and sport and television and
do they think it muffles some of the voice of the commentators if they play too much, if it's too loud?
Herbie's fault? You're saying this is Herbie's fault?
No, I'm saying, yeah, they tell him.
D said, turn it down.
And then maybe that's what he said, you're bad to. Maybe that is what it was, because maybe that North Carolina crowd was just so loud at the beginning, And he was like, we had to turn the crowd mics down because at the beginning, now they're so quiet. And he goes, you're bad. It could have been that.
You're right.
It could have been that, which is why whenever they just run with anything, it's like, all right, this is kind of a messed up situation. Kirk certainly has explained himself a couple different times, but I hope they know that that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Hey, we celebrate college atmospheres because of how loud they are. We celebrate home field advantage because of how loud they are, especially Green Bay. And with what Mike McCarthy was saying about being in there, especially with everywhere he's gone now since becoming head coach at another place, he was like, the buzz is palpable in there. And we know whenever they roll the barrel out there, it's going to be electric. And it was like, it seemed like they had it muffled. I don't like that. But some super genius, obviously Foxy, we know this. Some super genius has it figured out, says, well, we had a focus group that said they want to hear Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit. If they wanted to hear drunks in Green Bay, they'd be listening to the radio call, maybe, in this entire thing. Somebody probably has a stance on that because it does feel like it is an Amazon thing. Does feel like that, doesn't it, Ty?
Yeah, I agree. We talked about this several times last year, and with watching the game on Sunday on Fox, like you could hear how loud it was at Lambeau. So then to flip around Thursday night primetime, like it seemed kind of off. It's like because that was like initially I'm watching it and I'm like, man, the crowd doesn't really seem quite as into it as they were on Sunday, but obviously that's not the case. You look at any of the videos from the crowd or anything like that, and people were going ballistic.
Yeah, and we even got vapes, couple vapes out there.
Yep.
Vapes. Shout out Herbie, by the way, acknowledging the moment on that super jacked guy. I mean, if I was that guy, I'm probably looking like that. I had no idea there was this many Italians out in Green Bay. Love that. Love that that's taking place. Him obviously getting his body all over everybody, and then him trying to sneak in a hot dog like he's Tim Robinson at lunch when they try to cancel lunch for the meeting, but with a vape instead and just being broadcasted in 8K while doing it. Incredible moment for this guy. We would like to let him know we appreciate his commitment to being jacked, AJ. This guy's jacked.
Let's see if he's there in. I bet this guy will be there in December and January too. Same outfit, right?
Hell yeah.
I don't think he's Italian either.
What do you mean?
He's not wearing one chain. I think that was just stereotypical sunglasses.
Well, isn't that a stereotypical comment?
Well, that's just one that actually fits.
That's what. Well, I was saying he was super jacked and kind of a rounder build and has a lot of bravado and moxie.
There's many of those that fit usually, AJ. It's not.
And Italians are more cigarette guys than vape guys.
Well, I mean, not in Lambeau Field.
Yeah, you don't know that though.
No, but they would.
The Wisconsin Italians are one of the weirder groups, I believe.
I don't think
they You don't know that,
makes
Connor.
Sense. No, I'm pretty good with my factions.
He definitely wrote that welcome on himself, too, right? That was finger paint there on his chest.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it smells like gabagool.
Who's got the paint? Who's got? Just give it to me. All right, Jesus Christ.
He kind of looks like the brother from 50 First Dates, to be honest with you.
I love everything. But all right, we got to set up a legend over here. You guys take it away for a bit. I don't know what the hell you're going to talk about.
Hey, Diggs. Okay. What happened this weekend when it comes to the gambling situation? When it comes to college games, that's what I want to ask you. You're the gambling guy, right?
Yeah. You're the guy.
What are the biggest games? Like, what games are getting gambled? Georgia, Tennessee. Where is everybody's money?
Okay.
What?
Yes, that is one.
I put you on the spot?
No, it's great. It's a valid question. It's just usually you start with that at the beginning and then you.
It's actually 50-50. That game is actually 50-50. But that is one of the bigger games.
Look at these slates. Which one is the most intriguing as far as the betting lines? You think?
So that
look
one,
at this board.
That one was intriguing. Tennessee and Georgia was intriguing because it opened up 7 and dropped to 3.5. There was a similar situation this weekend with Notre Dame and A&M where it opened up and dropped. That's probably the second most intriguing one. And then Clemson and Georgia Tech. Clemson only being 2.5. People are going to wonder if that's an overreaction or not to kind of how they've looked to start the year. And That one's an interesting one to me.
What about USF and Miami, 17.5?
Yeah, I don't know.
You think Miami's going to work them?
I think there's a chance. I do. I think that's definitely the best trenches that the Bulls will have seen by far.
Okay, I think we can throw it back. Pat, what's up? Who you got over there? Looks like a living legend.
Yeah, living legend, a living goat. There's obviously a barn animal that just showed up, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Saban.
Yeah, coach!
Can you hear the boys?
I hear him, man. Sounds
what
good,
are you
too.
giggling about the living legend and the barn animal and the whole thing? That's what you are. You've earned this, Coach Saban. You're a GOAT, bro. You're the greatest of all time. That is why anytime you get a chance to tell stories or give us answers, we just take your thoughts as our own and we go forward. Ain't that right, boys?
That is exactly right.
Yep, to a T.
That's yeah.
Well, I enjoy doing it. It's fun because I like the boys, as you call them.
Hell yeah, the fellas.
The other guys.
back
Hell
in the
yeah,
day.
coach.
The other guys.
We're the other guys.
Okay, let's talk about this game here.
Yeah.
Nobody really talking about them. And I know you loved Gunnar Stockton coming out of high school. Obviously, whenever he was thrusted into the position to play last year, I think we talked about your interest in what he can do and what he can accomplish. What did you see from him last year, or maybe in the first week that says, yes, Georgia's going to be able to go on with him as a guy? And then for them, what does Heupel's team look like this year, whenever you kind of watch the film?
I think the big thing with Georgia is they've shown an ability to run the ball pretty effectively. They haven't made a lot of explosive plays, and I think it's a combination of, Gunnar has played pretty well, except with the offensive line, he gets a little pressure. He's a little antsy in the pocket. He gets out of the pocket quickly. He gives up on plays a little bit, and I think that's affected their ability to make explosive plays down the field.
Okay.
And I think that's something that's going to be important for Georgia to get fixed. Now, I think Georgia's defense, which people don't talk about much because they lost so many guys, they got some dogs playing defense. They can run, they're athletic, they get after it, they play hard, they're well coached, so I like their defense.
Okay, so Kirby lost his entire defense to go to the NFL. Okay, is that because of the way he's able to develop guys there? Is that because the recruiting? What is it about Georgia? And in this modern world that we're in, we all understand the Penn States, Oregons, Michigans, Ohio States, Texases, Texas Techs. We're all singing this. We understand what the modern world is. Is Georgia going to be good in that department? And is Kirby going to just have a perennial great team like we all expect because of the way he coaches?
Well, I think it's a combination of Kirby believes, like I believe, in terms of recruiting well and developing players. Now, in this day and age, if you recruit well, you're going to lose some of those players because they're all not going to play early, which is going to hurt you. And then just complement your team with the portal. I think that's really the way Kirby goes about it. That's the way I would have gone. I always went about it, and I would still do it that way. And I think he's going to be successful consistently because of that.
And Josh Heupel, he's going to be joining us here in a matter of moments. I guess he doesn't necessarily love doing media and stuff like that. They say he's not like the most flamboyant guy. National champion quarterback for Oklahoma. Obviously, we were there last year when Tennessee goes to Oklahoma. And with the way it ended, nobody wanted to make a big story out of it, even though it was a cool moment. Now, loses Nico Iamaleava, has a playoff game last year in Columbus, has his new quarterback that might be the perfect fit for him. Is Josh Heupel's offense the thing that's going to carry Tennessee all the time, or is it their defense like last year that was great?
Well, I think you got to have good defense because you can't just outscore everybody in college football now. But I think Josh Heupel does a great job with the offensive team. And I think Joey Aguilar does a great job of executing the offense. He actually executes the offense, to me, a little better than even Nico did. Now, Nico's a better athlete. He can run faster and all that. But when it comes to accuracy and decision-making, Joey Aguilar does a really good job. And that's important for Josh Heupel's offense. Every running play has an RPO or an advantage throw built into it. So for the quarterback to throw those accurately is really, really important.
Yeah.
And they make explosive plays, man. And I'm telling you, if they can run the ball against you, it is a real tough day playing against Tennessee because they're always going to go fast. You've got to get your ass off the field on third down or you're going to have these long extended drives where your team's going to get tired, so you're going to be at a disadvantage.
How about, have you seen Aguilar's story? The City College of San Francisco, then Diablo Valley College, then App State, Then he was at UCLA, I don't know for how long, maybe a week. I don't even know if he got enrolled. And then when Nico goes there, he's like, all right, I'll just go to Tennessee. It's like he's one of these guys that we've seen in this modern transfer portal era, comes from a smaller school, works his ass off, and now he has the opportunity on the biggest stage. We saw it with Mateer last week with Oklahoma. We thought that was a special connection that he and his offensive coordinator Arbuckle had whenever they got to Oklahoma. Is this going to be one of those types of magical runs potentially with Aguilar this year, or is this a defense that he's never seen before and we have no idea how he's going to react?
Well, I think he's going to see the best defense he's seen by far. They're faster. They know how to prepare. Then they know how to play against this offense because they have experience doing that. Kirby has experience doing it. And their players understand what they have to do to get ready for this offense. So I think this guy's going to have a great career here, though. And I think he's going to be a big-time story throughout the rest of the year.
I love the story coming from City College of San Francisco to Diablo Valley. I never heard that. It's a great name. Diablo.
I've never heard of that either. So
why aren't you recruiting these guys? Give them an opportunity. Never know if they go. AP Tone has a question for you back in studio, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, there was a lot of really good teams who did not look really good last week. They kind of sleptwalk through teams or games against lesser opponents. Clemson, Penn State, LSU, Georgia. They all looked. There were some sloppy moments to that game. And then on the other hand, like Oregon looked incredible. Florida State looked incredible. Is there anything that we should take? Like, should we worry about those teams that didn't look good against lesser teams and maybe bring up an Oregon or Florida State and think higher of them? Or is that just like a 1 week that can happen type of thing?
You know, I loved it when we played a bad team and we didn't play very well against them, because then I could get on everybody's ass about it. I just love that. All right. But I do think it's really hard, all right, when you play 12 games to be up for every game. I really do. So you got to be able to play to a level, to a standard that you can get through those kind of games, because the fans don't want to see those games. The players don't really want to play in those games. So I don't think you can read too much into it if they don't play their best football against a not-so-good opponent.
Let's talk about USF, because obviously they're a big part of your story, your last season, I believe, with the third week. Was that third week or second week?
Third week.
Third week. Rainstorm, hell.
17-7, man. Big rain delay.
Oh, nightmare.
I was walking around in the locker room during a rain delay and say, could we really lose to these guys?
And you could. You definitely could have. A lot of teams can lose to this particular team. What do you see from this USF team? Feels like they're very athletic, and I've been told by everybody that has lived in Florida that I've talked to, like when Florida boys play against each other, USF and Miami, a lot of Florida boys playing against each other, the 17.5 spread and everything like that, you can kind of throw it out. Do you agree with that? And what have you seen from this USF team? Might be the story of college ball thus far.
Yeah, I think that all those guys playing out there against Florida, playing for South Florida, they all wanted to play for Florida. So they're trying to prove something. They got some passion about what they're trying to do, and they'll be the same way in Miami. And I do think this team buys into what their coach wants them to do. They got lots of grit. They play hard. They overcome a lot of adversity. If you look at them statistically, they're nothing special. I mean, they're not ranked high in any category. All right, offense, nothing.
I try to find
They stop people in the red zone. They score in the red zone. That's about it. But the rest of it is not that impressive, except the competitive spirit and the grit that they play with, and that's carried them through because they stay in games, and then they seem to be able to make plays when they need to make them in the critical moments.
Miami, though, looks for real. Cristobal seemingly has the team, and Carson Beck looks like obviously who he is, a 10-year vet out there.
And I think one of the reasons for that, they're much better on defense. All right, but Carson Beck is a really good quarterback, and he's played exceptionally well so far this year, but they are physical, man. I mean, they played physical. They were more physical than Notre Dame, which is typically a pretty physical team. So the combination of those two things and the improvement on defense, I think, is going to make this a hard team to beat.
I like how physical they are. I feel like whenever you see guys, if they're big and fast, boy, they have a chance.
We like big, man. You know, like I always say, the lightweights don't fight the heavyweights in boxing for a reason, and has nothing to do with skill. Nothing to do with skill.
Derrick Henry. Brother. Okay, take me back in time. We just looked this up. 55 touchdowns his senior year?
Yep.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
55 touchdowns his senior year. He's 500 yards away from his high school yardage, which is 12,254 or something like that. I forget the exact number. When you're recruiting your ass off for this guy, this is all hands on deck. This is going to be the next one, which he certainly was for you, and he has been in the NFL. I think Eddie George also took him under his wing at the Tennessee Titans and made him even better than everything. They talk about his work ethic being insane. That recruiting process, you're selling your ass off to him, right? You know he's a game changer?
Yeah, but the amazing thing about this, and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus here, so I won't mention any names, but you can go back and see who all was recruiting him. But nobody except us said you can play running back.
What?
Can you believe that?
So
they're talking about the guy being an outside backer. They're talking about being this and that. And I said, because he's tall, he's long, he doesn't fit the real, sort of running back style that people look for. I said, hell, this guy's hard to tackle. He's fast. He's got a great stiff arm. I said, why can't he play running back? I don't care if he looks a little different than some of these other guys. So I said, look, man, we're recruiting you as a running back. We do whatever you want to do. Now, the one Derrick Henry story I love to tell when he was a freshman, we were doing a pass pickup blitz period, and he's playing running back, and he doesn't block the right guy, and coaches all get on his tail for not picking up the linebacker. And he comes to me and he says, Coach, he said, you're going to have to understand something. He said, I never learned how to do any of this stuff in high school. They just turned around and tossed me the ball and told me to run with it. He said, so I don't understand any of this stuff you're talking about. He said, but I'll work at it and I'll get it. And he got it. But I'll tell you, the most impressive thing about Derrick Henry to me is, first of all, we have Nick's Kids giveaway where we got 125 special needs kids, in the room. He buys them a book bag and gets on video and talks to them during Nick's Kids giveaway. That's number one. Number two, how he took ownership for fumbling the ball in the game. How many guys would do that? Tell his team, it's on me, loss is on me. I got to take care of the ball. Took total ownership for making a mistake in the game.
That's good leadership. It's almost like he might have learned from somebody, in a pretty good way. I'm sure you're incredibly proud watching all that. Like when he takes the ownership of that, I assume that's something that you're like, yes. Well, also you know him to be that guy. But when he does that, that's like the human as opposed to just the player that came through Alabama.
That's exactly right. And that's what I respected about guys. The right kind of people really make your team what it is.
The culture is the people, and Derrick Henry is the king still at this point. And he's getting a little bit of a, well, he didn't say anything. He said, we'll see, basically, to a couple Cleveland Browns players saying, he ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. Thank God you kept him at running back. Could you imagine being an asshole college football coach coming in there? You just scored 55 touchdowns. Okay? We're not giving you the ball ever again.
I don't even know which Cleveland Browns guy said that, but if they had to practice every day against this guy, I guarantee you they'd be the first one says, I ain't tackling his ass every day. I guarantee it.
It was an LSU guy,
shit on the media, but when it comes down to it.
It was LSU guy.
LSU guy. How many games they beat us when he played?
What was he supposed to say, Coach? What was he supposed to say? They asked him if he was scared, basically, to tackle. He's like, no, I ain't scared, nothing, And then, boom, it's all of a sudden, this guy says Derrick Henry's soft. And it's like, holy shit. And then Derrick Henry heard it. And he goes, we'll see. It's like, oh, my God, extra motivation to this guy who's supposed to be a defensive end out of high school, but he happens to be faster, have better vision, tougher, balance. And he does have killer.
Man. Do you understand how long this guy's arms is when he stiff arms you and you try to tackle him? I mean, it's I don't know what his sleeve length is, but it's just out there.
Pretty good recruiting. Hey, so let's give this guy the ball. What's everybody else saying? He's going to tackle people. Oh, okay, yeah. We'll give you the ball, dude, if you come here.
Coach, what do you tell your defense? If you were playing against them for real, what would you tell like a safety here? Hey, we need 11 dudes to tackle this ball. Like, what can you honestly tell a defense when you're playing Derrick Henry?
Right. I think the big thing is once this guy gets going and once he gets downhill, I mean, he's much faster than people think. And he doesn't look like he's fast, but he's got such a long stride. It's like right here, man, these guys are having a hard time catching him, and they got angles. So you don't want the guy to get out. You want to keep him boxed in. Everybody's got to play with leverage. And, I always taught DBs to tackle high. But I'm not sure when a guy like Derrick Henry, high-cut guy like this, you're not better off trying to tackle him low.
Yeah, but then you're going to eat a knee. Then you're eating a knee because he runs violently. And it's like, what a perfect running back in the NFL. And obviously alongside Lamar Jackson, that's quite a tandem. Are they going to win a Super Bowl or are they going to lose in the fourth quarter all the time? Josh Allen won the MVP allegedly in the fourth quarter because of what he was able to do. The Baltimore Ravens have it all. I hope they go on a run for the good of butter.
You know, I don't want them to bait butter into thinking that they have a chance and then they end up not making it happen. They should win on all accounts. Connor has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, kind of a massive decision for Colorado's Deion Sanders. He's going with their third string, Ryan Staub, I believe is how you say his last name, at quarterback. Are you surprised by that just because they have a five-star, Juju Lewis, who actually committed on this program, sitting right there to play, and that whole entire, kind of worry about the NIL and transfer portal with a guy of that caliber? Are you surprised by that decision, or do you think it is probably more beneficial for him to continue to sit and learn because he's so young?
Well, first of all, I don't know enough about all these guys. I know Juju. We recruited him for a long time. He was in our camp and all that stuff for years. But, you got to have a little faith, trust, and confidence in the coaches and the coaching staff to help develop a guy and not throw him out there before he's ready. Because one of the worst things you can do, and one of the biggest reasons I think there's a lot of failures in the NFL at the quarterback position, is you draft a guy high, you got to feel like you got to play him. He's not ready to play, he loses his confidence, he doesn't have success, and that's exactly what you don't want to have. So I can see that they're trying to bring Juju along the right way. Now, I don't know this third-team guy that he's talking about, but I have a lot of faith, trust, and confidence in Deion and his staff's ability to make a decision about who's going to give them the best chance to win right now as they continue to develop Juju.
Feels like Coach Prime and them will ride the hot hand. If this guy does his thing, he'll earn the job. They have respect for that. I'm excited for this next chapter here of the Colorado Buffaloes football team. Obviously, Coach Prime has to battle this offseason for his life and everything. We're incredibly happy about that. But now the new identity is going to have to come into full force. I'll be excited to see how they balance it all, especially with how great it was economically for that school. Everything was just so beautiful out there. Hopefully, they're able to tie it together.
Yeah, and Deion's changed the culture there.
Definitely.
I mean, people believe, and I know he did it with a couple great players, Shador and Hunter, but now can the culture sustain itself, and they have enough good players to have enough success to sustain it?
That'll be the combo. Speaking of a culture sustaining, and then, people, it's getting breezy out here, by the way.
A little bit.
That's a good, it's one of these Zippo lighters. You ever see, these are back from your day, right? I mean, you guys used the Zippo lighter all the time. This thing is pretty cool looking. See that?
Yeah.
See that? In a windy day like this, the Zippo is a really good thing. But, in a theory world, and Kalen DeBoer, we're not out on. Okay, we love Kalen DeBoer. Don't we, boys?
Yes.
Love him. We love him.
Yes, great guy.
As a person, love him.
Well, and also as a ball coach, he's won everywhere.
Yep.
Okay, this is a tough spot in Alabama. And
Loved him in purple.
Who knows how it goes? He was perfect out there in Washington, obviously. I think people in Dakota would say he was perfect there. Everywhere he's been a winner. But, hot seat. Let's see how it all works out. Dabo, is he ever going to be – Ty has a question for you over there.
Yeah, Coach, Diggs mentioned how several teams just, didn't look good against inferior opponents last week, Clemson specifically. Are we at a point where, now listen, going into this year, everyone was kind of picking them or crowning them to be the national champion with how many future NFL guys they're going to have, top of the first round guys, even with teams like Ohio State and Texas out there. Do you think it's possible that they maybe drank that rat poison a little bit too much? I know they won last week, but obviously didn't look great. And are we at a point where maybe Clemson, Dabo, they do need a fresh start? I know he's used it a little bit, but his reluctance to use the transfer portal, I don't know what their NIL situation is like. Just what are your thoughts on Clemson kind of as a whole going into week 3 here?
Yeah, I think that, you can look, way into this too much. But in my opinion, the one issue that Clemson has is, first of all, their best wideout is out, but their offensive line has not performed very well. I mean, the quarterback has been under duress the whole season. I mean, in the LSU game, this guy's running for his life, and it affected him. So one of the goals you always have on defense when you're playing against any quarterback is, can we affect the quarterback? And when you don't have a good offensive line, that makes it a little easier to be able to do that. And Klubnik is a really good player that hasn't had an opportunity to play very effectively this year, and I think it's because of the pressure he's getting. So they need to fix their situation in the offensive line. Now, we can say, did they overrate it going into the season? I don't really know that. Could they have done better if they'd have got somebody out of the portal? I don't know that, but you got to be able to win on the line of scrimmage. Now their defensive line's pretty salty, so they're pretty good up on defense. But their offense has been a little bit of a problem, and I think it starts up front with the offensive line. If the people around the quarterback don't play well, the receivers get open, the line give them time to operate, then you're going to have issues, and I think that's where they are right now.
Okay, let's talk about that boy Dabo. I have respect for him, obviously, because I've seen them have a lot of success. Feels like he is very much well regarded around the coaching community and the college football community. Is that accurate?
I think that's true. Yes.
Like, he's beloved. And for Clemson, he built that place up.
Yeah, he did.
Lifetime contract.
And he's had a lot of success, man. They've been in the playoffs
last
a lot.
year.
Yeah. I mean, but not last year.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, did they get in the playoffs?
Yeah, they kicked the field. What was the field goal?
Oh, yeah.
Texas against SMU. Yeah, Texas.
It was not a good showing in the playoffs, but it was guy hit a 58-yarder or something like that. What was the kick? 56 maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the last one of the season. And that's when Syracuse beat Miami, and Fran Brown said, "You're welcome, Dabo."
Yeah, I think it was the ACC championship.
Right.
It was.
But the defense was a problem for him last year. I mean, when they played Texas and people like that, they couldn't stop them.
Yeah, can't keep up.
And the offense, sort of matched up pretty well against most of these teams. But that's not happening this year for some reason, and I think it starts up front.
A lot of season left. Left. I need to see Dabo really. He needs to start maybe hand on head, high stepping it down that hill.
That's a good idea.
Question for you,
Coach, run down that hill.
Coach, we were speaking about accountability a little bit ago. Fran Brown, I don't know if you saw it, his team was running sprints after they barely won against the UConn Huskers. Have you ever had to do anything drastic like this to a team after a game?
Huskies.
Huskies. You're right.
Huskers.
I knew in the moment I messed that one up, but that's all right. I'm thinking Nebraska. But have you ever done anything like this, I guess, after a game, maybe the next morning, where you're going to kind of wake your team up maybe?
No, I never did. Maybe I should have a few times, but
it all worked out.
We never did. I wanted the players to look when players don't do right or they don't have success, and each one of us have competed at some level at some point in time in our career. Nobody feels worse about it than they do. So I think the tough thing to overcome now, I call it the disease of me. Everybody's worried about how does it affect me, and sometimes they put that ahead of the team. That's why you see some of these penalties occurring that, end up affecting the outcome of games. I don't know why Fran did what he did, but, they did come back in the game and have success. So you should be pleased with the grit that your team showed. I always wanted to take the positives out of the game and correct the negatives. So if this works for them, maybe they'll play better next week. I never did it. That doesn't mean it wouldn't work for us at times.
When would you do it? It feels like I've never seen anybody do that. And I've asked around. I guess, AJ, what is it? High school you guys did it? Maybe you Little League?
Yeah, we had a 7-on-7 league where we got in a big brawl with another team. We ended up running sprints afterwards just because we lost the game after the fight because a lot of guys were beat up. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, Bruce Arians talked about that 5 a.m. scrimmage, 3 hours, no stretching. Let's get at it, boys. In Temple, late in the season, there's no sun out, so that's certainly a way to get it across. Fran Brown talked about how, I'm trying to make these guys better men, better husband, better fathers. So whenever they're doing things that aren't the right way, I have to be able to correct them, and that's the way that he kind of seen that taking place.
Well, I do think that young people, players, people have to understand cause and effect. So when you don't do something right, there's going to be a consequence for it. And I think sometimes young people don't sort of take that into consideration as much as they should. And sometimes I don't think you do them any favors when they don't do it right and you don't confront them with it and show them how to do it right.
I'm trying to do that with my daughter right now. She's 2 years old.
That's really hard.
I'm trying my best. She'll throw a full temper tantrum about something. And at the very end, I'm like, should I fold? Should I fold? She really wants this thing right now. Last night, it was a peach. She wanted a peach. So I gave her the peach. Then immediately, as she was enjoying the peach, I was like, fuck. Shouldn't have done that. Now she's going to do that for everything. And lo and behold, she wanted to watch Bluey about an hour later. And it was a little too close to bedtime, though. Didn't want to do Bluey. Maybe we'll do Trash Truck. Maybe we'll do something a little slower, to put her to bed. Yell, 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 yell. And I'm like, this is my fault because I allowed it to literally happen with the Peach just a couple minutes ago. But when she looked at me and she's doing full pouts now. We're doing head down, full arms crossed, pouting. And then she looks up at me. There's actual tears. I'm like, how the f*** you're crying because of this? This is unbelievable. And I folded. And I'm rewarding poor behavior. I've seen Dr. Phil. Okay, I understand how this whole thing goes. I've also seen Jerry Springer. We're aiming for not either of those with this. But it is a cause and effect situation, so I'm trying my best. It's not easy to be that guy, though. It's not easy.
It's not easy, especially with your kids, because you got to make a tough call all the time. Do you make your kids happy by giving them what they want, or do you stand firm and make them do what's right? And there's a tough balance between those things, but it's really a key to being a good parent. And I'm kind of surprised that you folded.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you being surprised there. Yeah, because I'll tell you, she learned the pout, because she used to just cry and yell, but it wasn't like cute. It was like, come on, this ain't it, dead body weight. She's trying to take a bump. She's throwing herself back while she's yelling, and it's like, yo, you can't be doing that, even though I've learned she's wildly tough and she's going to run into stuff all the time. But this whole new pout with like her head down with tears, it got me. And she had the Peach. She loved the Peach. I think the Peach is good. If we're going to continue to do that for Peaches, that's good. She started it. She's enjoyed chocolate a little bit. Okay, and if she's like me, which it appears she's going to be, she's really going to have a sweet tooth. So we're going to have to really balance that. But coaching, parenting, same thing. Coaching is a lot of parenting, right?
Exactly. It's exactly.
Do you miss it?
I miss the relationships with the players.
Development, fulfillment out of that.
And I loved seeing guys give themselves a better chance to be successful in life because of the leadership and the influence that you might have had on them. I miss that a little bit, but. It's a better quality of life at this station of my life, not to have 125 children. You got one you're worrying about.
Yes.
All right, 125 running around on a campus, 60% female, with no curfew. That's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Hard
There's a lot of, hey, can't be pouting, can't be folding either of those. You got to really stay firm. Well, I want to let you know it's been an honor to watch you lead. It's been an honor to watch you work, and we appreciate the hell out of you stopping by. Welcome back to Knoxville.
Enjoy it. I tell you what, it's a little better coming here to do this than it has been on my previous trips to Knoxville.
How has it been here?
Big rivalry game for us. We got the all-time record for boo when Lane came out of the tunnel. When he came back and was with us after he left her after 1 year, went to USC. I've never heard a boo like that ever in my life.
Did you acknowledge it to Lane, or did you just act like it was non-existent at the time?
No, I just patted him on the back, and he smiled about it, and we went about our business.
Hey, they fucking hate you here, bub. All right. Let's go with this thing. 102,000, I guess. It's the 8th largest stadium in the world, 3rd largest in the SEC. That goes back to the culture of the SEC. They're getting as many people in here as they possibly can. This place will be packed out, obviously. What is this place compared to maybe other stadiums? Because I know their light show and their game day ops is like insane, right? And aren't they kind of noted for that?
Yeah, and this is a hard place to play. Maybe because the Tennessee-Alabama rivalry goes way back. But it was a hard place for us to play. They had great fans. They were always enthusiastic as hell for when we came in here, and it was a difficult place to play. And I'm sure it's going to be difficult for Georgia, but they've had success here in the past.
Okay, let's talk about difficult games before we let you go. Backyard brawl this weekend. We're supposed to be there.
Come
on.
Ohio's tough.
Ohio's a good team. Remember, Ohio's a good team.
They are a good team, but
Alabama doesn't want Ohio.
We had huge plans to go back to West Virginia. I know you had plans, but we had plans. We had hotel rooms. We had family coming to games. We bought tickets. We did all kinds of stuff. No. Senator Manchin was going to come over and visit with us. We had all kinds of stuff.
No.
I was maybe going into a Hall of Fame. That was potentially happening. I know you got the senator coming over. I'm always going to Hall of Fame. We got to kick that back a couple weeks, I guess. That was, hey, Tone, Connor, Ty, AJ, tell him. I don't think he understands. that Ohio Bobcats team in Athens.
Tough spot.
Navarro's going to be a Heisman finalist,
Team.
coach. That's a Heisman finalist, Navarro, coach. Look out now.
They're the MAC champions. That's a good team up there in Ohio.
Well, I tell you what, though, there have been some really good teams in the MAC, especially, the top-tier teams. So, and the bad thing about it is how do you get your team ready to play teams like that are good, but they're in the Mid-American Conference, and your players may not be respecting them like they should.
Yeah, and then you got to go on the road to them as well.
That's the problem.
That's a West Virginia thing.
I hate, I would never, do a 2-for-1. We did it with South Florida, and I was miserable about it to go there and play.
And they,
you can't, your team doesn't want to go there and play. So I just. But the athletic director never gets criticized for it.
That was the previous athletic director. We'd like to say Ren Baker would never negotiate this deal, but we appreciate that. And I appreciate the hell out of you. Next year, Backyard Brawl, we're going to be at, I think.
I hope so.
You're the man. Ladies
All
and gentlemen.
Thanks, man.
The greatest
Appreciate
of all time, Coach Saban.
Thank you, Coach. So they had to go to South Florida. How far out are these games scheduled, Ty? Do you know? Sometimes these
10
games
years,
are...
sometimes 10 years.
10 years.
Every game, all these non-conference ones?
I don't know about the non-con ones. I know the big Power 4 schools, they are always more planned out ahead of time. I think the lower conferences, your Sun Belt, stuff like that, I think they have a little more wiggle room with their schedules. But I know the Power 4 versus Power 4 are scheduled out 5-10 years in advance.
Yeah, the home and home ones, when team accounts will tweet them out, it's Notre Dame, and they just did one with maybe it was Texas, and it's starting in 2035 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it got agreed upon last week.
Yeah, this James Madison at Liberty on September 15th, 2040 is now the furthest contracted football game on record.
It's going to be a hell of a game.
But now we know.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know those schools are going to exist in 2040?
What do you mean? What's
so
going to
that's
happen?
Locked in. That's a contract. That's happening. I don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow.
It's 15 years. No idea.
West Virginia and Bama just got out of a contracted, you can pay to get out of it and stuff.
Man, that's weird. Hold on. I think another living legend has joined Pat here on the promenade. What's up, Pat? Who you got there?
Promenade.
Ladies and gentlemen, national champion quarterback for Oklahoma, now the head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers college football playoff last year, head coach Josh Heupel.
Hey, Coach.
How we doing? Coach, thank you for doing this.
Great to be here and have you back in town. It's been a few years since you took a little flip into the river.
Yeah, that's what you said. As soon as I got you got in that river. A lot of people have asked that. I did not remember that, to be clear. I remembered having a good time here. I remember the place being crazy. And then I saw the video this morning, me doing that. They said, don't open your mouth. Mouth open. I'm a mouth breather.
I'm not sure you want that water in there.
Yeah, okay, Coach. That's what a lot of people told me. Hey, congratulations, okay? We all saw the Nico Iamaleava thing happen in a weird time. Then you bring in this Aguilar guy, and it feels like a perfect match. Do you agree with that?
Such a condensed window to learn the offense and as a quarterback get to know your guys. He's a great teammate. He cares about the guys around him. Got a great work ethic, and the first couple of weeks he's played really well. And tomorrow will be our biggest test, obviously, but couldn't be more proud of who he is and what he's done.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you talk about the short window. Congrats on being a great coach and making it happen, because it looks like it's gone off without a hitch. Now let's talk about this Georgia defense. They're real, right? I mean, Kirby's always going to have a defense that's outstanding. And that's been the week, basically, is the message through the squad is, hey, this is going to be fucking real this week.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into. It's going to be physical. That's at the line of scrimmage. It's out on the perimeter. You got to win with physicality. You got to play smart, but you got to be really aggressive too. And you got to play a complete game. Offense, defense, special teams. Line of scrimmage is going to matter. You got to win on third downs offensively and defensively.
How do you feel about this place being electric?
No questions about that. I know our fan base is ready for this one. Boats have been tied up early in the week here, and you can tell it's a big game.
Okay, so it's whiskey, right? We're a whiskey state here in Tennessee. Jack Daniel's obviously down the road. Is that what we should be expecting out of the folks tomorrow? Is whiskey?
There's going to be, you'll have whatever you want. If you're out there tailgating, you can get it on the river right now on one of the boats, but certainly whiskey.
AJ has a question for you back in Indianapolis.
Yeah, Coach, we just had Coach Nick Saban on. He was talking about your offense and the different RPOs and things that are built into every single play. I guess when you're recruiting players, how do you know if if they can handle all the volume and the decisions and the freedom that you might have at the line of scrimmage. Like, I guess, how do you know if they're a Tennessee guy that can handle your offense?
Yeah, I don't think you ever know until they get into it, and our staff does a great job of teaching and progressing these guys. And there's a lot on our quarterbacks in a short amount of time when we're playing within the scope of our tempo, run checks, run pass checks, the RPO game you talked about, understanding the nuances of our run game. When you have the ability and the freedom to go make that throw, and when you got to read pressure, and when you got to hand it off. So a lot of subtle details that go into the execution of us playing at a high level, certainly at the quarterback position, but all 11 offensively.
How much do you carry from last year's college football playoff ending? We were there. It was so cold. It was so cold. I think Nico cracked 3 helmets. Obviously, that Ohio State team would go on a magical run against everybody. I mean, the next week against Oregon, they got the freight train as well. What did you learn about your team? What did you learn about your program? And what did you carry through the offseason?
Well, I think everybody came back to Knoxville with a really bad taste in their mouth, and ultimately, collectively as a group, how you got to improve. And that was a bad night for the Volunteers. Played a really good football team. There's some things offensively, defensively that you continue to add to your arsenal to continue to grow as a program, and that's what we've done.
Have you ever explained why it's Heupel? H-E-U?
Yeah, you got to believe the hype. That's why. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I like that. It doesn't make sense with the letters and how it's spelled. So I respect that it's just the hype.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
I love everything about it. Tone has a question. That's fucking awesome. I did not expect. I thought I was going to get some country of origin answer or something like that.
Nope.
Instead, you got to believe the hype, baby, even if it's spelled with an EU. Go ahead, Tone.
Just the hype. Coach, your first couple years in Knoxville, you had Hendon Hooker, and he was just slinging it all around the yard. But it feels like the last couple, it's been more run game. It's been more defense, one of the best defenses in the country. Dylan Sampson, I think, had like 1,500 yards and 22 touchdowns last year. Is it hard for, an ex-national champion quarterback, offensive coach to rely on defense and run game, or have you kind of accepted that, hey, this is my team this year?
Nah, I think each year your identity forms as a football team, and it's my job to put our staff and our players in the best position to go win. You mentioned Hendon being here and us throwing it all over the yard. We still rush for over 2,500 yards.
Never gets talked about.
Yeah, it doesn't. For 4 straight years have done that here at Tennessee. First time that's ever been done in the history of the program. Yeah. So the run game is an identity, a core identity to who we are. Everything else comes off of it. Last year we weren't as successful throwing the football vertically down the field as we typically are. We've had a good start to that this year. Within the scope of this league, who you are, what you're seeing, you got to be able to play and win different ways, and that's how we've continued to grow and evolve as a program.
Okay, when you talk about this league, obviously SEC is a powerhouse, a juggernaut, always going to be. Have you noticed any differences with the league with the new era, transfer portal, NIL? Obviously, you guys were a big part of the storyline in that whole thing.
I think the collective conference, what league we're playing in, the financial resources that it has, is continued to elevate everybody inside of our league, and certainly those even that have maybe been historically at the bottom of the league. They've continued to get better, and I think it gives everybody inside the scope of college football the ability to patch something on their roster when it's not right. And so I think that's been a difference inside.
You like it sounds like.
Well, I think at the end of the day, with all the changes in college football, if you don't embrace them as a leader of the program, you're hurting your program. There's positive, there's negatives. At the end of the day, you got to deal with it and find the right way to navigate it and make it a benefit for your program.
Hell yeah, I think you got a lot of big-time supporters here. Peyton Manning's name's on fucking everything.
The sheriff will be in town.
Yes, he will. And also, he has like another business that's probably valued up over $1 billion, so maybe we can get a new locker room in here. We can get a new this, we can get a new that. Connor has a question for you back in Indianapolis.
Excuse me. Coach, your running back from last year had a fantastic debut for the Browns, Dylan Sampson. It feels like that style of running back is the future of NFL. You have a player that can run between the tackles and a guy that can catch 10 balls out of the backfield. Is that something that you look for when you're thinking of recruiting running backs? And do you kind of want to take over the NFL RBU, if you will, at Tennessee? Just because players like that are hard to come by, and it feels like those are the running backs now who are getting paid the most.
Yeah, obviously a great start for Dylan last weekend. Not surprised by it. Has the ability to do everything at the running back position. Elite as a running back. The ability to play without the ball in his hands and pass protection. And then you mentioned his ability to catch the football out of the backfield. And certainly we want to continue to do that here and take advantage of all the skill sets. That's one of the things that we've grown in since we first got here, is taking advantage of those guys out of the backfield and creating matchups where they got a chance to go win.
2,500 yards rushing. Nobody's ever done it. How come nobody talks about it? Everybody can kiss my ass. Quote Coach Heupel.
I'll take that.
I will take that quote, actually. You love the hoopla, from what I've been told. The media,
Listen, embrace it. In today's landscape, you're not going to shield your players from the noise outside of it. I think that's one of the things that I love about this group. The expectations with everything that's gone on, it doesn't change inside of the building. They work in a way where they expect to win. We know the test that we got tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun going out and competing with these guys. But embrace it. Keep the main thing the main thing. That's been a focal point this week. But enjoy the journey to kick off and play loose, play free, and play aggressive.
be where your feet are.
Absolutely.
Keep the main thing the main thing. Take care of the little things. The big things take care of themselves.
Sure.
Is there any other ones that I missed right there?
Hard hat.
Play aggressive, call it aggressive. Let's go.
Okay, no risk it, no biscuit. Ty has the last question for you back in the Thunderdome.
Yeah, Coach, a lot of these kids you're coaching now or recruiting, I don't know if they're familiar with your game. Do you ever have to, cut on some tape and be like, hey, just so you sons of bitches know, I finished ahead of Drew Brees, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Michael Vick in the Heisman voting, and Chris Winkie probably shouldn't have won that year. I should have. And also, are you ever just, at practice say, you know what? I think I'm going to play scout team quarterback today, and I'm going to throw for 2,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. Is any of that stuff happening on a day-to-day basis?
At this point in my life, I only throw fat and slow to the offensive linemen on Friday afternoons. I was spinning it today. Well, I'm going to send the tape out to a few teams here afterwards. But I haven't showed any of my clips here recently. And whenever I do show a clip from that era, the quality of the tape is what they get a good chuckle out of. I did use one of our experiences as a football team in 2000 during the course of training camp as we were getting ready for week one, just as an opportunity to educate our guys on the preparation that's needed to go play your best by the time you get to kickoff.
That was a national championship team, I assume. I should have done more research there.
Yeah.
That you just shared there. And you just shared the journey, the story through it all.
Yeah, the subtle detail. Mike linebacker, Torrance Marshall, great player. Messed it up on Wednesday, messed it up on Thursday, got the coverage check and the drop right on Saturday afternoon, made a huge play that changes the way the game's played.
I love that. How much do you think being a former player helps with you coaching?
Well, I think it gives me perspective. I think it changes some of the subtleties of the lead up to kickoff, being able to enjoy the journey, having families be a part of it. The game hasn't changed, right? You got to prepare in an elite way, and you got to be mentally focused, physically ready to go play your best. But I think my playing experience, how you balance all of that, is certainly a big part of our process of how we attack the week.
What's the best meat in town? If I wanted to shove meat down my throat, what would I?
Yeah. Man, there's elite steak places all over town. JC Holdway's one of the best restaurants in town. They got whatever you want, man.
JC's meat.
Yeah.
Thank you for making us. I know you're very busy. Thank you for coming through.
Man, great to be here. Great to have you back. It's good to have you on Rocky Top.
I don't know if I'm sucking down in your river water tomorrow. But
yeah, I wouldn't suck down the river water, but have a couple cold ones tonight.
You certainly will for you. All right, ladies and
gentlemen.
gentlemen, head coach of the Tennessee Volunteer Football Team, Coach Josh Heupel.
Yeah, go! Thank you, Coach. Obviously, Ty, I think he appreciates you asking him about him slanging it. I bet he does.
Yeah, I would think so.
You got to remind him.
Well, that's a lot of people a couple of us are old enough to remember when he was at Oklahoma.
I was not.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, guess what? This
Lefty.
guy, and that's no bullshit. I had to go back and look at it, and it's crazy to think Oh, yeah. Like, this guy was playing at the same time as Drew Brees and Michael Vick and LT. And he finished ahead of them all in the Heisman. And if it wasn't for Chris Winkie being 38 in his senior year, he probably would have won.
Yeah, you're right. Pat, I don't know if you can see this. We got some clips of Heupel right now. He needs to show the boys. He needs to show
Hey, Hype, we're watching highlights of you run all over the field right now.
The quality's not too bad. The tape looks all right.
It is terrible. It is ass, yeah. We would definitely go out of the video if this was on internet and hope that it would reload much better. But I appreciate that we got these clips pulled up. Shout out to Bruce in the back. And also, shout out to all of you for allowing us to do this for a living. Smokey the Mascot is here running around. Looks fantastic. Knoxville's about to be electrifying. College game day tomorrow should be incredible as we kick off another great college football Saturday. Then have an incredible NFL Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the greatest weekend of all time because it's the next one. We'll see you on Monday. Goodbye.
Perfect.
Like
Nailed it.
Killed it.
Shout out to the boys. Shout out to the boys changing the clock during the break to get it right. I appreciate you doing that. Just a quick boom.
Good job, boys.
We have a problem. We go ahead and fix that thing. That was incredible. I loved Heupel there.
Yeah, good man.
And I brought up him saying he doesn't love the hoopla because everybody in media is like, don't bring Heupel on.
Really?
I'm like, what? Like, he'll give you nothing. He
was good.
He was good. I think,
great,
that's the whole thing about, like,
One of us.
Exactly. But we also come across as abrasive, I think, early. So people put their walls down. You know, like, hey, why is it hype? Why is that Heupel? How the hell do we have hype in there? I've never, you got to believe the hype, brother. It's like, oh. Yes, we do. Yes, we do, especially if that's going to be the answer to that. I love what he's been able to do. In tone and AJ, I think you would obviously see this as well. Last year when they played Oklahoma early in the season, the big takeaway is their defense was just thumping people. And Hype was giving a speech like, we want to be known as we are a defensive school. Tennessee has a lot of defensive legends here, and we don't get the credit for it. Just like he was saying with the run game, we don't get the credit for it. Everybody thinks it's like Hendon Hooker were wide open throwing it because that's what they were when they were most successful. He's like, we pound the rock, and we pound people on defense, AJ, which is what I respect and enjoy.
Oh, yeah. When you can have a good balance, that's the best. But I think it's when your coach is like an offensive guru, air it out, they have all this freedom, I think. Yeah, no matter how good your defense is, it's going to go under the radar. That's just what people are going to focus on and talk about is the offense. And even if they're not throwing the ball 40 yards downfield every single play, I guess.
In that specific game, like, Pat, I remember we talked about, like, they knocked Jackson Arnold out. I think they knocked a number of players out. And they just dominated that Oklahoma offense. And then they had a top 10, top 5 defense all year long, and it was really just until they ran into that wall in Ohio State, who had the better defense, is when they really came into trouble.
They knocked out 3 dudes in one drive, just on regular tackles, AJ. Just regular tackles through the ground. Boom. Guy gets up. He's going to the sideline. Then, like 2 plays later, it was just like a spear, like just a standard, like Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns.
Hell yeah.
Bill Goldberg.
Hell yeah.
And then all of a sudden the guy gets up and he's like tapping out. It was like 3 guys in one drive, just standard tackles, legal tackles, not helmet to helmet, and guys were like leaving the field. It was like this Tennessee team's looking to like punish. The defense is looking to like punish people, which is a good sign. Made it all the way to the college football playoff. He said a lot of bad tastes in our mouth back here in Knoxville after what happened in Columbus. We can imagine. We can't wait to see what they look like tomorrow against their toughest tests yet in the Georgia Bulldogs. All right, let's get to a break. On the other side, we're going to make our picks, AJ. We're going to make Smokey, will you come in here? Hold on, before we get out of here.
Go, Smokey.
Oh, Smokey.
Now that's a real mascot.
Yeah. We're going to find out.
Unlike Blue.
He's way better than Blue.
What's up, Smokey?
Smokey work out with Blue in the offseason?
Rocky Top.
Hey!
Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Smokey's got some juice.
He does. He's a blue tick coon.
Sing. Tell Smokey to sing.
Yeah,
Smokey.
Smokey. Smokey. Smokey. Smokey.
I can't hear you.
Does it listen? Does he sit?
Does it?
Does he roll over?
So the boys back in Indianapolis are asking how obedient you are. Like, if I was Caesar, sit. Would you sit? Like, are you that type of dog? Roll over. Lay down.
He doesn't listen, obviously.
Shake hand. Shake hand. Shake hands. Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's a bad gimmick, brother. You're a dog. You don't shake hands.
It's paw. It's giving paw.
You don't sniff tails. No tails. No tails. I'm not sniffing butts Smokey's not sniffing butts.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Yeah, right.
Smokey.
Smokey, you got that nose right up in butt saying hello. We know how you dogs
Bet he
operate.
shits
That's how
You're
dogs
going to be
operate.
licking Uga's butt 2 minutes into the game.
Oh, I didn't even think about Uga coming through. You're going to be sniffing Uga's butt whenever it says hello? Yeah, you are. That's what you dogs do.
You and Uga licking jocks.
They're chanting Smokey down here. Hey, listen, you're
Don't
going to have to
jump.
sniff that butt. That's what dogs do.
Yep.
That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to sniff Uga's butt. That's what dogs do.
I think I've seen him do it every year. when they
Assert
play.
dominance.
You're saying Uga's sniffing your butt.
What if Uga comes and takes a leak on your field?
Yeah,
if
you
Uga
should
pees
piss
on
on Uga.
No, you'll puke.
Oh.
Nobody's peeing on anybody. Nobody's peeing on anybody.
Sure.
Nobody's sniffing any butts. We just got a good football game coming up here in good old Rocky Top. Woo! Look at that little
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
ball.
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Great.
I see a hand behind
Great
the
pizzazz. Real
A lot of
zany.
pizzazz. A lot of pizzazz. How long have you been a dog in dog years? 1, 2, 21.
What's the thing about the Oregon situation?
Hey, whenever the Oregon Duck on opening day runs out there, loses its head, is the entire mascot community up in arms or what's going? Yeah, oh no.
Embarrassed.
No,
Yeah,
can't do
pouring one out for
Yeah.
Oh no, cover the eyes.
ears.
Oh no.
Yeah, the mascot.
At what age are you gonna have to wear a diaper? I know the older dogs got to put a diaper on. Is that near for you?
Did they neuter him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
He is neutered.
Shit, I missed it.
No, you have to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I definitely. Stop on that chair. Woo! Bang!
Oh.
Yeah, with the
Hit him with it. Boom. It's a great song.
Good old Rocky Top.
Yeah, nailed it.
Yes.
Thank you, dog. Thank you, Smokey. I'll tell you what, you came in here smoking today, Smokey. You're on fire. No butt sniffing.
Does he get along with the live mascot?
So how will you and Uga's reaction go? Uga will actually try to bite you in the leg, or what? How will that happen? Will you shake hands with Uga? Uga too small.
Small.
Uga too small.
Oh, he's going to tap with his foot.
I don't know if you want that. I don't know if you want that, Smokey. I don't know how you operate. You got a lot of pizzazz. I don't know if you want to mess with Uga. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, we're eating iron. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Smokey. I got my eyes on you. Yeah.
Hey.
What's the diet? What do you eat? Dog food? Kibbles and bits?
Purina.
You're hungry
Milk
now?
bones.
Oh, you like milk bones?
Bacon strips.
Bacon strips are really good. I didn't think about that. Oh, yeah. How about carrots? Some dogs like carrots.
Does he eat his own
You don't
poop?
like
Yeah, poop. Some dogs like poop.
Yeah, why don't eat their own
They
poop?
are wondering, good question. Is poop a part of your diet? Do you eat your own poop? You know, some dogs like to get after it. No. You don't do that.
You sure?
Oh, you do.
Never? You've tasted it?
I doubt it.
What about the local meats here? You eat a lot of the local meats? Oh, yeah. Ow! Ow, ow, ow! But you didn't make any noise there. We just learned. Not blooper.
Okay.
Not blooper.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Not blooper. You lost your vocal box? Yeah, you howled so much.
They took out your cords? You
And
should
he
call
lost
PETA.
it. You lost your voice?
Got much use for a coonhound who can't bark.
Yeah, you basically take those dogs out to pasture and shoot them if they
Connor
can't.
said for a hound dog, you know, you guys are supposed to be the best smellers, and then the best howlers.
Track people.
Since you can't do that, they're saying watch it whenever they try to take you out to a barn.
Jack Carr.
Don't go. Don't go. They try to get you out in the backyard. Don't go to the pasture. Okay? They're gonna say, hey, we want to take you out to the pasture. Don't go. Yeah, I signed a contract not to go.
Yeah, that ain't a McDouble.
Yeah, that's smart. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Smokey.
Hey, Smokey.
Thank you, Smokey.
Good
Good old Rocky Top. Woo!
Yeah.
I love that. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
Got
your
the leg
leg.
on it.
That leg.
You get a little scratch there. You get a
Gonna
little
try to
scratch.
pee on you.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, scratch you in the head, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, scratch his head.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. You're a good dog.
Is that a red rocket?
Get the rocket out. Watch out for that rocket.
Yeah, we didn't see the rocket. That's a good call. Hey, don't get too excited, Smokey. The game's tomorrow. All right, Rocky. Smokey.
Rocky. You won't do that tomorrow.
I'll tell you what, he's got good pizzazz, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The-
What are they, does that have a name, you think?
What is that called, Smokey? Is that called the Smokey Pizzazz?
Yeah, he'll tell you.
He's gone. I don't like that he lost his voice from howling so much. I think he caught so many prisoners, you know, leaving jail. That's hound dogs were doing out there.
That's right.
Old Red.
Hound dog.
Doubt it.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Hound dog. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. This state, right?
Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, that's right.
Good state, dude.
Great
a lot of
state.
greats come out of this state.
Great
A lot of greats come out of this state, including good meat. Heupel said, I don't want to give you one restaurant, then I'm in some shit with the other 4 that I get free food at.
Smart.
Which I appreciate him doing that on the way out. Yeah, good vibes, good pizzazz. Let's make our picks on the other side as we send into the greatest weekend of all time. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. Take 5.
We're still bringing it. I light every bridge I see here just to watch it burn. If you've seen all the hell I've seen, it make your stomach turn. I think you know why I do what I do when I do.
Started with 133 teams vying for one of these coveted 12 spots for this 12-team playoff, and it came down to 2 teams in the great state of Indiana kicking this entire thing off.
I might drink a little, I might smoke a lot, counting down the good times, staring down the clock, throw some
The best year of college football that it's ever had is about to have the greatest playoff it's ever had, and it all starts right here in front of Touchdown Jesus and his beautiful Irish people. And I think if you say, "Go Irish!" Be Hoosiers! They'll do that all night. If you make this kick, I will double his kick to $500,000. I will also donate $250,000 to a charity of Chris Daly's choosing. Yeah, let it go.
Oh, God.
Not terrible. Not terrible. Proud of you. One kick, $750,000. The Lord is watching you. Man down. Man down.
That's all right.
1 million. And there's a bunch of that have invaded. There's a lot of them.
We don't just beat top 25 teams, we beat the shit out of them.
Okay. Google here.
But one thing you didn't learn from me is talking all the shit you talk.
Welcome to the most electrifying atmosphere in all of sport. I know European soccer fans are wild. That's like 30 to 60,000. You're about to see all weekend 100,000 plus bananas atmosphere, and that is one part of the reason why college ball is so damn great.
Why are the girls here?
Is this not a fun show? No serious show? Serious football. Alabama Jones is very serious.
He was trying to be funny, which I get it. And, my daughter Kristen loves him, so that's kind of soothed the soul a little bit that somebody in our family likes the guy.
I choose to believe. In front of Touchdown Jesus and everybody looking down. IU gets a massive win over Notre Dame. Shane, I'm sorry.
You're a real scumbag. I thought Coach Cignetti coming out here was a real disgrace to the game. He left his players in the locker room to go get some camera time for himself. I know a legend like yourself would never do something like that. Would you?
No.
No, it's disgusting. I saw it. I thought, wow, what a sad, disgusting program. Notre Dame by a million. Go Irish.
Riley Leonard and the Irish from their own 2. Jeremiah Love breaks free. Jeremiah Love trying to go 98. Touchdown!
Might be fiction for a blowout here, fellas.
Couldn't wait to get to the wonderful state of OH! OH! In the SEC, coming up to the Big Ten, when it's cold as hell, we shall settle the conversation here in beautiful Columbus. Coach, that hairline, you get a haircut every day?
Not every day. Not every day.
Big beard, big boot,
Oh, 500. Oh, this guy sucks. Holy. Oh, this guy's the worst we've ever seen. Just took out the Ohio State cheerleaders.
$1 million here, JD level.
Oh, hey. Yep. This guy sucks at kicking butt. We appreciate the hell out of you, JD.
Hey, Jay Hall.
There he is. He has once wiped 100 times.
What? What?
Yeah, 100 times. There are actually people out there, psychos obviously, that like the non-frosted Pop-Tarts. Gary's brother, one of the best football players I've ever been around. Non-frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts.
I like non-frosted Pop-Tarts.
Non-frosted Pop-Tarts.
Now, I, at one point this year, was the mayor of Conktown.
You were the mayor?
Mayor of Conktown, yeah. They voted me in there, and this is my
How do you become the mayor of Conktown?
You just got to go around and say, listen, I heart cock. I heart cocks. Sorry. Numerous. Whenever we found out that there was going to be a college football playoff game in Columbus, Ohio, we were all jacked up to see this Ohio State faithful be showcased to the entire world about how much they love football. Then we walked out here to this game day set this morning, and it was like, Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Rocky Top, Rocky Top. Well, in that song, they say it's home. Home for me is the North, and the cold is going to be Dahn. Give me the Ohio State Buckeyes representing for the Big Ten.
How cool was Sean Perkins, the Ohio State football team, for allowing us to hang out in their facility pretty much all day Saturday? They had 5 TVs set up, a bunch of recliners. Roosters supplied some phenomenal food.
Arctic temperatures. NJ Hawkins all toe warmers. Gary's brother from South Florida. He's fucking in for it. You can check up on about first quarter, fourth quarter. It's all week long. It's all week. It is. It is now.
Handoff on the Travion Henderson in the open field. Travion Henderson is scoring another ton for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Story of the game thus far as Chip Kelly is going mad dummy, bruh. All of Ohio is excited. They were singing long neck, ice cold beer never broke my heart. First read, second read, third read, scramble, ball on the ground. Check down. Would hate to be a Tennessee fan or a chair near Morgan Wallen because they have no hope right now. Well, Howard, check. Jeremiah Smith.
By and large, these games have absolutely stunk, Pat.
Peter Herbstreit raising an absolute hell.
A couple people up here with that smoky orange face paint on that are feeling like real assholes right now.
As we look to the exits, and the Volunteers fans are saying, get my ass back to the South. This one's over. Bounces it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Boys, that was wide ass open. He's got left hand. 500 drones. Ones that we know about. This game's over, but we're still bringing it.
Let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, UP. Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Welcome in hour 3 of the Pat McAfee Show. Feel Good Friday, September 12th. Packers get a big win over the Commanders last night. Pat's in Knoxville.
Football!
Oh. Hey, you all right? Oh,
the train did it too.
Watch out for the train, Pat.
I'll tell you what, when that train's coming through, you know it's going to be a good day. Good things coming in the city, good vibes coming in the city, and a great game tomorrow as the Georgia Bulldogs travel here to Knox Vegas. As that train is straight out of a movie.
Wow.
Is that?
Wow.
The Polar Express.
Nah, it's carrying some sort of petroleum.
There's wind is happening at fire.
Hazardous materials.
Wind is on the Polar Express. Look at that.
That truck looks like it's parked really close.
What a machine, man.
I think that's nuclear powered.
That's beautiful. That hell of a machine.
That's America right there.
That truck is awfully close to the tracks right there.
That's why it's
I'll tell you, I think that guy knew that he was in the shot. I think he's potentially watching the show from the train there because full point to me while he was riding by.
Okay.
And then I didn't know if it was a point or a middle finger. You never know. You never know these days. So I tried to zoom in a little bit. I couldn't really see. It was a little far away. But nonetheless, I think he knew we existed. There's a yacht rolling through the river right now. I mean, it's starting to.
A bit.
Well, he's going through like a highly populated area.
No, he was shouting us out.
Don't want to kill people.
Nah, I think now he's trying to not hate anybody. It's a little bit dramatic with the horn, But I respect it. Indianapolis, a lot of trains. There was a time where I was stopped by every train every time. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. It's the worst.
Every train. I don't know if there was an uptick in trains or whatever, but boy, they really shut an entire thing down if you wanted to. And then you dive into the conspiracy theories about trains just locking down entire cities potentially. And you start getting real freaked out. That guy's not doing that. Okay, that guy is just coming through town delivering the goods. And we appreciate him doing that. We appreciate him watching. Talks to tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, AP Tone is here. And a guy that's joined me here in Knox Vegas is obviously a Miami Dolphins fan, but also the other half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, Bubba Gumpino. Gumpy, will you please come join me here for the picks? Gumpy's coming late.
Hey, baby, go.
Gumpy.
Baby, go.
His name is Gumpy, and he's not Stumpy. His pants a little baggy because he took a dumpy. What up, dude?
How we doing?
Hat.
Holy
is the hat?
Smokes, how do you keep that headset on?
Unbreakable resilience.
So whenever I was a young lad and I was trying to get on the rides at Kennywood, one of the tricks would be to have the hat.
Yep, that trick right there.
What, they're going to measure you with your hat sitting on the top of your head like that? No way.
You never know because they have you go stand up and say thing. They do this over here. Right? They do this. So we used to, one of the plays was either hair straight up if we're trying to get on to Steel Phantom or something, or we try to get an Abe Lincoln, an Abe Lincoln hat up on that thing to make you a little bit taller.
Nailed it.
I'll tell you what, getting on that ride, it wasn't until you were like about to go up and then go down, you're like, was there a reason maybe they had a height restriction? And it's like, wait, am I going to die? And that's part of the whole thing. So, Gumpy, shout out to you doing your Kennywood today. And also, thank you for traveling down here in Knoxville. It's a beautiful day in Tennessee. It's also a great time to make our picks this weekend. AJ, you were undefeated going into the weekend. Congratulations. That's incredible work. Obviously, we thought maybe a backdoor would come around. He was also a couple of Jaden Daniels touchdowns away from a few grand last night, I believe.
Yeah, $3,000, couple 4 touchdown parlays. Just missed. We'll get there Sunday.
We were up all night for it, too. I was texting with Gups a little bit late last night saying, backdoor cover here. And he's like, I need Jaden to score. Yeah, I need Jaden to score. I got a lot on. And talked to Connor a little bit late night. It felt good finishing that game, didn't it? It felt good watching the end of that game because I had fallen asleep on the Bills on Sunday night. And everybody in Buffalo sends me a text. Blah, 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 blah. And then on Monday, guess what happened? Yet again, I fall asleep and I kind of wake up and I'm in the middle of it. And I'm like, oh, boy, is this the year where I'm too old for the game? And then Thursday night, last night, because I was chasing that Commanders plus 3.5, and because I thought Jaden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury were going to figure it out, I was up all night watching that thing. I watched the post show. I watched the Thank You Jerry chants. I watched Carissa and Fitz and Witt and Richard Sherman and Tony Gonzalez do their thing. Fitz, by the way.
Oh, the best.
Hey, he spun that thing two houses over. That was a great catch, too. I mean, that was a real boom. They did a great start. So congrats to you, AJ. You're seeing the board well. Bengals hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sam Hubbard will be the ruler of the jungle. Zach Taylor's asking fans to maybe take a 10-minute leave early from your boozing outside in the parking lot to get into the stadium so we can make this place be alive from jump. AJ, Bengals minus 3.5 with the Jacksonville Jags. Over under 48.5. What are your thoughts?
Well, I tell you what, I like this Jags team this year. I like Trevor Lawrence, obviously. I like what they're doing, Liam Cohen. They seem to be like turning over a new leaf. This might be a new Jags team. But with that being said, give me the Bengals at home. Sam Hubbard, ruler of the jungle. That's going to get those people into a frothy mix before that game starts. They're going to be juiced. Give me the Bengals.
I'll tell you what, the Bengals start with a win for the first time, long time. If the coach is commanding fans come in earlier, and it's the lowly Jacksonville Jaguars, boy.
You got to win.
You got to win that game, or it's going to get loud over there, regardless, especially with the entire offseason, with the amount of money and everything that was spent. Gumpy, what are your thoughts on this game?
I think you guys might be forgetting that this is supposed to go on forever for the Jaguars. I love the Jags getting 3.5.
Ty, when did they talk about this originally with the Jaguars?
This is what they envisioned in January. It's happening in September. It's going to go on forever.
Run it.
This is what we envisioned in January, okay? Yes, sir. It's happening here in September. Gonna go on forever.
All right, give me the Jags plus 3.5. I don't think there needs to be anything else said.
How could you not?
Can I get 4 anywhere else? Can we get 4 anywhere else?
3.5 across the board, unfortunately.
All right, I'll take 3.5 for the Jags over there. I still think the Bengals win, but I think it's going to be one where there's a little bit of a teetering of this Zach Taylor guy needs to figure out how to get his team to play 10 minutes earlier, maybe. Yeah, I think there is that happen, but also think the Bengals maybe win it. Bills, Jets, AFC East. Boy, the Bills favored by 6.5. Jets team looked very good last week. Con man, is this disrespectful to the Jets or are the Bills that damn good? We forgot that fourth quarter by Josh Allen was remarkable.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts, Connor?
Yeah, exactly. Fourth quarter remarkable. Justin Fields, that offense, it might be like a week one, oh, look at us, and then who knows what happens after that. Not sure injuries with the Jets. Ed Oliver is out for the Bills in the middle, which is going to be massive because,
Bone, I heard him crying.
Yeah, he was crying. We let him know, hey, you don't have to bitch about everything with the Bills. We get it. You're a fan. But no, when it comes to the Jets-Bills, I think the Josh Allen second half is a more indicative kind of thing of what is going to come for the Bills versus the Jets continuing on their warpath.
Can we show that tweet again? Us getting a screenshot of it with 777 views. That's incredible. Very quick on that. That's a quick.
Work.
That is a quick, especially with Schefter because his shit's getting views immediately because algorithm news breaking. So we were in there early on this news. That's good journalism.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that's good journalism. We're absolutely on top of it as we go. Is Dabo near a microphone? Of course not. What is his thoughts on the Buffalo Bills this weekend, though? Ty, have you got a chance to chat with him about his likeliness of the Bills getting a big-time dub?
Yeah, he basically, it doesn't matter who's playing against the Bills on Sunday. D-Bone said, hey, after the game last night, I was playing Madden for about 4 hours, just kind of going through the playbook to kind of get an idea of, what the Bills are going to call on Sunday. And he came in this morning, extra pep in his step. He put up big numbers against the Jets, so he did say he's winning a lot of shootouts. He stinks at defense, so he's kind of worried about the Bills' defense overall.
D-Bone is currently pooping, so we can't have him get to a microphone.
All right, fumigate that.
We got a wireless mic,
cover that stall.
Better than his hands stuck to the snack drawer for once.
Whoa, Bull
I
Rush
disagree.
gone. Bull Rush gone a little bit.
At least when he goes to the snack drawer, it doesn't stink up the whole joint. It's going to smell like a dung beetle in here after that.
Holy.
All right, I'll take D-Bone's Bills. I'll take D-Bone's Bills there, minus 6.5. AJ, did you make your pick?
I did not, but I'm with you on this one. Give me D-Bone's Bills as well.
You guys can have -6.
We'll take it.
Oh,
We'll take it. Yes, we will. Yes, we certainly will. You don't like the Bills, but you also don't like the Jets, Gumpy. So where are you on this one?
Probably the under.
Under, okay.
Just hopefully bad football in this one.
I don't think that's the case with this Jets team. Justin Fields looked good. Let's go Seattle Seahawks. Pittsburgh Steelers, DK Metcalf, revenge game. Can we get that at -3 anywhere if we wanted to, Tom?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so Steelers -3 or Seahawks plus 3.5.
Yep.
Shout out to ESPN bets number on the 3.5. Elsewhere for the 3. Pittsburgh Steelers have a huge win over the Jets last week, and obviously everybody's singing the praises of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and maybe they win a Super Bowl this year. Chris Boswell had to hit a 60-yard field goal. Now he did. That's a part of the entire process. And Boswell, the Wizard of Boz, seemingly never misses. That thing would have been good from 70, this Pittsburgh Steelers team. And then Sam Darnold
And this McDonald-led Seattle Seahawks team never gets talked about, ever. Legit, never really gets chatted about. AJ Hawk, do you like the Steelers -3 or do you like the Seahawks +3.5, brother?
I'll tell you what, Steelers' first home game, don't you think they will intro the offense? Aaron Rodgers comes out last. That place will be rocking. Give me the Steelers -3.
Oh, mama,
yeah, what if Brett Michaels shows up, too?
Well, he was at Wiz's birthday the other day, and he killed it. So I think he is.
I wish I got an invite to that.
You probably did.
You and me both, brother. Jesus Christ.
The sing-alongs and everything.
Oh, mama.
It's a good group.
Guy Fieri there?
Yep.
Was it?
He was in the kitchen when that video was recorded. Aaron coming out, last intro. If he does his yippee-ki-yay.
Yep. Yeah. Same arm, same leg. Yeah, he will.
With fire.
Yeah, it's happening.
That'd be sick.
Yep.
Yingers are going to explode all over the place. I'll take Pittsburgh Steelers -3. I like that. At Los Angeles Rams, 5.5-point favorites in Nashville, Tennessee. Tennessee Titans last week against the Denver Broncos had a great showing from their quarterback Cam Ward, number one overall pick. But there was a little confusion from the head coach or some other stuff. Kind of a crappy game. Los Angeles Rams, a team who's always going to be good, favored by 5.5. Gumpy, your early thoughts on this one?
Titans missing one of their old linemen. He's out, but I liked what I saw from the Titans against the Broncos. I think they keep this tight and cover 5.5.
Green Bay Packers missing 2 offensive linemen did not matter last night. Will it matter to the Tennessee Titans a little bit more? Tone, anything we should think about as we try to score this game? Los Angeles Rams good, Titans bad. Is that how everybody's viewing this?
Yeah, it is. And Gumpy is a huge Cam Ward fan, so I'm not surprised that he went with the Titans in that situation. He was right. The right tackle is out. The Titans O-line looked like shite last week against the Broncos. The Rams coming in, their defensive line, pretty good as well. The team total for the Titans is 17.5. Just something to think about that. You go over or under that one if you want. I am not agree. I'll be a Rams fan here this weekend.
AJ, who do you like?
I mean, I'm kind of torn because I'm a Cam Ward guy. I've jumped on the bandwagon. I've always been on, but to see what he did in his first NFL game and how he can sling it, I do like that. But I am going to take the Rams here.
Me as well. I am a McVay guy as well. I'm a Cam Ward guy for sure. I like what he's doing. I like everything about it. I love his moxie. I like his dad. Just, jeez, please. It's gonna be a long year. It's gonna be a long year. His dad just getting out there. Jeez, this is what it's always like. He's asking the fans. I'm like, yeah, always. It's what it's always like. Jeez, what do we sign up for here? But I like McVay. I like Stafford. I like Puka Nacua. I like that Fisk guy giving a hey on that fumble. Left hand levitates, grabs it. I like the Rams. San Francisco 49ers taking on the Saints. Donner in the Superdome, brother. The New Orleans Saints obviously are on quite a run of not winning whenever Spencer Rattler is quarterback. But who's the starter for them down there?
Rattler.
Rattler. Yeah.
Okay. What's the record?
0-7, I believe.
Playing Mac Jones, right?
Looking for 0-8.
That is correct. Mac can spin it now.
Hold on, though. Before we get to the Mac Jones thing, there's a Spencer Rattler stat that Bruce Brown was pointing out yesterday, and I think he does not want us to point it out publicly as much. But what is that stat, Bruce?
So last year, Rattler was 0-6 as a starter. He started this year 0-1, so add it all up. 0-7 as a starter. I'm just curious, how far does it go? Do we get an 0-12 starter, an 0-16 starter? Obviously, Mac Jones going here. It might be a tight one, but, I'm not ready to back the Rattlesnake just yet.
Yeah, Bruce was basically implying how long are they going to let this guy lose for this team is what Bruce was saying. Bruce dropped it like 4 different times, AJ, 4 different conversations around the Thunderdome. Hey, he's like, Spencer Rattler, 0-7. How many are they going to give this guy?
He played all right last week, I feel like.
He did.
Yeah, maybe the last 6 games before that, too. Maybe he played pretty good, and it's just not working out. Not a good time to be a Saints quarterback. Mac Jones and Shanahan, I think, are going to have success. Connor, do you think that?
Yeah, I think Mac Jones is going to spin the shit out of the pill. If I had to guess, he's probably 2026's NFL's Daniel Jones of 2025. If you got Ricky Pearsall or Christian McCaffrey, play him because Mac Jones is going to spin the pill to him. I believe the stats when it comes to Brian Thomas Jr. actually last year. Brian Thomas Jr. had like 550 yards with Trevor Lawrence in 8 or 9 games. Mac Jones comes in. He ends up with like 650 yards and 6 touchdowns. So Mac will just force feed the number one receiver. And typically it works out. And also remember Kendrick Bourne, probably going to be a go for the Niners. And him and Mac already have a very, very good connection going back to New England 2021. So I actually feel very good about Mac in this offense.
Ty, we saw the Ariat costume that they sent us.
Yep.
The denim on cowboy boots. It looks good. Brock Purdy obviously just got paid. Is Mac? I'm not saying. I don't want to do it because I like Brock.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Even as an Iowa State guy, I like him. And I think Connor might be onto something. I think Mac Jones might look pretty good, but let's remember everything Brock Purdy did for the 49ers. Let's not just jump to conclusions.
Let's go back to January.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's go back to January when we envision this. It's unfortunately happening in September, and there's a chance that if Mac Jones plays well, it goes on forever.
True. I'll take the San Francisco 49ers minus 3.5.
You can get them at 3.
Okay, I'll get them at minus 3, even better. AJ, who'd you take?
I was leaning Saints, and then after all this talk and how Mac Jones is going to feed the stars, give me the
No. We can't, because if Mac Jones shits all over himself here, we are a show that was all one way.
I know, but I picture Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. I'm thinking of them against Spencer Rattler. I just feel like those guys are good. I like the San Fran defense. Give me San Fran minus 3.
Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions favored by 6.5. Remember, the Bears had the Vikings beat until the fourth quarter. Caleb Williams, maybe not terrible, maybe not ass for a little bit of that game. Is this the Ben Johnson era that everybody was expecting at the beginning of the game? Yes. Then at the end, oh my God, we stink again, says Bears fans. Now you got the Detroit Lions, a little bit of a wounded animal. And you got Kelvin Shepard saying, hey, if you're hurt, get off the field. Okay? I don't want to hear it. No excuses. What's Ben Johnson good at? Everything. Thank you. Saw it in practice a lot. Now I'm to DC. Foxy, 6.5-point favorites at home. Is Eminem or Kid Rock? Why? That's a lot of points. What's going on? We got a big Calvin Johnson going in a Ring of Honor again? You guys give him his check back? What's going on?
I just think all the Detroiters are going to be raising so much hell. It's going to be the loudest Ford Field has ever been. There's one concern. Left tackle Taylor Decker has not practiced all week. No. The O-line already was absolute shite last weekend. If he doesn't play, but they're saying they think he's going to. If he does not play, I'm concerned about that. But at the end of the day, this is a revenge game. And also, we got to remember.
For who?
The Packers looked very good. For the Detroit Lions, because our OC, our golden goose, stabbed us in the back and chose the Bears when he could have chose any other team. So, yeah, I think MC, DC, and the boys are going to be ready.
It's your revenge game. Ben Johnson got run out of town. He finally made you guys entertaining and interesting to watch, and then they say, get this guy out of here, and going to boo his ass. Ben Johnson's thinking revenge as well. AJ, who do you like? How do you like it?
I like the Lions minus 6.5 at home. I feel like, especially with Kelvin Shepard, the presser, what this defense is going to be doing. Yeah, Caleb's going to be running for his life. Give me the Lions.
Pat, if you like the Lions, you can get them at 6.
Good, I'll take that.
Ooh.
Am I going to do this or not? I can't believe it.
Lions lose, their season's over.
Holy shit, look at this yacht. Party. Look at this yacht. Get this yacht.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of legit yacht.
Fuck, man.
Holy shit, man.
Some guys up there just helicoptering his meat on the top deck for you.
That's what you do when you have a yacht like that.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious if he sees the camera.
What flag is on the front of that thing?
I'm guessing Tennessee.
Nice.
Tennessee's.
That thing is sweet on that, man.
They give a shout out.
I'll tell you what.
Where's he docked?
They were riding there in January. Yeah. They were thinking about this in January.
Yeah, big time.
And with that yacht, it looks like it's unsinkable, so it should go on
forever.
I didn't know that was Wayne's boathouse over there.
Hey, that's a good rig you guys got up there.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys down here too. Sweet.
Yeah.
Right, sweet.
Yeah, I'm back.
No,
that's a good-looking boat. That's a good-looking boat there. Okay, so I'm going with the Chicago. Oh, no, I'm not.
You got it.
Do it.
You got
Say
it.
I'll take the Chicago.
You got it. They're going to bounce back.
Who is?
Chicago. You should take them.
Who do you like?
He hates the Bears.
I just like watching Foxy talk himself into optimism.
I would like to think if the Lions are who we think they are, they should smack the Bears around.
Hell yeah.
So I'll take the Lions.
Okay.
That's what
the
I think.
Packers are really good, Pat. Just remember that.
The Lions could still be poop, and the
I'll
Packers
take
be great.
I'll take
That is true as
I'll
well.
take the Chicago. I'll take the Detroit Lions minus 6.
Hell yeah.
Can't do it.
Six.
My
Minus
mouth
6.
wouldn't even do it.
You got 6.
My mouth wouldn't even do it. What's that all about? How come I won't do that?
The O-line was concerning, Foxy.
And then he got a guy hurt. Give me the Chicago Bears plus 6.5.
Okay. All right.
We'll
see.
Yep.
Jeez Louise.
Offensive coordinator Johnny Morton came out. He said, "Easy fix. We got this." Which I don't love his.
Oh, Johnny Morton did
He
say
said,
it.
"We got this
Morton?
easy fix."
Oh,
So
okay.
I love his confidence, but
There it
I
is.
hope it's fixed.
Johnny Morton. Johnny Morton's in his bag. Yeah, we're good.
Fun
Our
fact:
line.
I saw somewhere on Twitter that Johnny Morton has the same nail tech as Caleb and Angel Reese.
Oh,
that's not
back
true.
for this game.
They had good nails.
Yep.
You know, and some people's nail techs don't know how to keep a little secret. I believe that's Jack Harlow.
Yeah,
So
maybe
talks
he
about-
performs with the igloo again.
Oh, baby, in Detroit.
Running back.
My nail tech knows
Yeah.
how to keep a little secret. And Caleb's like, hell yeah.
Mine
Me and
too.
Angels does too. You know, they do the entire thing.
That'd be sick.
So there's one really good nail person in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like, really, really good nail person. Got Caleb and Angel Reese. All right, I'm sticking with the Chicago Bears plus 6.5. Lions win. Chicago Bears cover. Giants, Dallas Cowboys. What am I saying? Give me the Lions minus 6.5. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Give me the Lions minus 6.5. Giants, no offensive, no left tackle. Right tackle, left tackle.
Not confirmed yet, but he
Left.
hasn't practiced all
Left.
week.
Penny is
tackle.
right.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Packers' defensive front is unbelievable, though. Like, their O-line might not be that bad.
I'll take the Lions minus 6.5. And that's just because if you would have asked me in January, I don't know if I'd ever really be able to get the Bears anything like out of my mouth. Giants, Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 5.5 at home. The Giants fresh off a 6-point debut for the 2025 NFL season. Obviously, it's all going well. I'll take the Dallas Cowboys minus 5.5. AJ?
Yes, I will take the Dallas Cowboys minus 5.5.
I can get you guys. Actually, this is a widespread that you can actually get 4.5 on the Cowboys.
Yeah, we would like that.
Give me that.
We would like that. If we were to go with the Giants, we could get what, plus 10 somewhere maybe?
Giants are up to 5.5, but at the green one, you get the Cowboys minus 4.5.
Okay, so I'll take the Cowboys and at 4.5. Patriots, Dolphins.
Ooh.
Dolphins favored by 1.5 at home.
Like 85% of the money's on the Patriots. This is loser goes home game. Season's over. Season's over. Dolphins turn around and play at Buffalo on Thursday.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
That'd be a
yeah.
tough start.
Yeah, they should try and flex it. I know it's early, but maybe we think about using the flex early.
I saw Mr. Jassy, the new CEO of Amazon, up there with Roger Goodell, glad hand and having a good time last night on the Amazon Prime debut. I wish they would utilize their flexing more than they do. Now, granted, it's week 3 next Thursday for the Dolphins-Bills, but I don't think you can do it until like week 7 or whatever. But I would like these TV network executives to this year have a little spine, have a little gumption, and utilize the flex. There's a reason it's there. Not saying they would do it for week 3 on Thursday night.
They should.
But executives don't like doing it because they don't want to disrespect any fan bases or anything like that. It's like, to hell with it. Somebody got to be in that position to take and make the decision for the good of the game. Let's make sure we're flexing when we call it a flex. And if we can get next Thursday's game out of there, let's do that.
I've never seen Dolphins fans more united as they have been this week. After watching what they did, no one's standing up for anybody anymore. Everyone's counted them out. If there's any fight in this team, they'll show up. After watching last week live, I don't think they do.
We'll take the Patriots plus 1.5 down here. AJ, your thoughts?
Yep, give me the Patriots. I mean, it's going to be a tough barn to play, though. Miami fans are going to show up. They're going to be loud, right?
You get the Pats plus 2.5. By the way.
Pats
Yep,
plus 2.5.
I'll take Pats plus 2.5.
Got it.
Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens. Ravens favored by 11.5 at home. There's been a little gasoline thrown on the rivalry fire. Ty, Connor, what should we be thinking about here? Is Butter going to get a blowout against the Browns on the 30-year anniversary of the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah, I think the Browns are going to get the absolute dog shite beat out of them. Derrick Henry, if he wasn't motivated enough with fumbling and potentially fumbling away the game, now the guys are saying that this guy stinks at football. I could tackle him very easily. He poses no threat. Give me the Ravens in a big way.
Okay, what about Joey Flack, though, coming back to the city that he called home?
Yeah, that's a good point, but sorry. Yeah, sorry, Joe. Hey, grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Okay, it's been greener on a lot of different sides. AJ, do you like the Baltimore Ravens minus 11.5 or the Cleveland Browns plus?
It's 11.5 across the board.
11.5. All right, go ahead.
You know what? I like the Cleveland Browns here. I think they find a way to cover on this one.
11.5 is a big spread for an NFL game.
It is,
especially in AFC North.
Garbage touchdown at the end or something.
Biggest
Browns
spread
get the cover.
Biggest spread of the season so far. The biggest spread last week was 8.5.
Man.
Give me the Cleveland Browns plus 11.5. Carolina Panthers. Can you just go that back a little bit towards Gumpy? A little bit towards Gumpy. A little bit towards Gumpy. Perfect. Right there. The Carolina Panthers taking on the Cardinals. Cardinals favored by 6.5 at home. What happened to the Panthers? I thought this was going to be the year. The Panthers were going to be there. Now they're dogs in Arizona. Arizona fresh out of a big-time win in New Orleans. AJ, how do you see this one going?
For this one, you know what? I like the Carolina Panthers here. I think they could find a way to win this game, actually. Wow. So give me the Panthers, plus 6.5?
Yeah, across, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Gumpy, your thoughts?
I love the Panthers here. Too many points. Saints kept it tight with the Cards. I think the Panthers keep this one close.
Okay, I will take the Cards minus 6.5 at home. AQ Shipley's going to be on the call. I think they're going to be pumped up about it. Now, let's go Broncos, Colts. Broncos coming in as favorites into the Loud House. Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, right. What are we talking about here? Bo Nix has no idea. Hey, what is the stat, Gumsh, for the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos last 8 meetings?
The Colts have been historically good against the Broncos, covering 7 of the last 8.
Now, brand new teams for both sides, brand new buildings for both sides. But when one logo's taking on the other logo and they're both ponies, the shoe is the one doing the W-ing afterwards. Give me the Colts plus, how many points can I get?
2.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. At home, Colts plus 2.5. I hope they don't rest on their yawnies. I hope they don't rest on their yawnies. Mm-hmm. I hope they understand that having success week 1 means nothing, especially if you get your ass kicked in week 2. This Denver Broncos team, a lot of people picking them to potentially go to the Super Bowl. It's like, hold the phone. What if they got to come into the Loud House in another battle like they had last week with the Tennessee Titans and Danny Dimes starts going crazy? There's a chance that takes place once again. We can't wait for it. AJ, who do you like? 4:05 game. This is our closest to prime time that we're going to have all year.
Yeah, it is. The sun will be, the sun will be coming through the big window in a weird way to blind some people on this one. But give me the Denver Broncos.
Come on, AJ. You weren't there. You weren't there.
I'm a believer. I am a believer in the Colts.
What?
Oh no, Warda.
Oh no. See, I don't like this.
These guys are brand new.
Don't love that.
Oh no.
Yep.
I mean, Broncos offense didn't move the ball against the Titans last week.
They didn't. You're right.
Yeah.
Bless you.
I'm allergic to terrible news.
Aren't we all?
That's what that was. It's all right. Is Bynum playing?
He's in.
Yep.
He's doing this one here.
Mm-hmm. Kenny
Is
Mo.
Danny Dimes playing?
Yep.
Is Tyler Warren playing?
Yep. As far as we know.
Is it windy? It is.
It is.
It is. Something just blew off over the stadium. They've got a lot of eyes on the stadium right now. Feels like things are going crazy. The Colts are my choice. AJ's choice is the Broncos. He has no idea what the Loud House is like. Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Eagles favored by 1.5 in a Super Bowl rematch in the Kingdom. Over there at Arrowhead. Anything we need to know about this one, boys?
Xavier Worthy not expected to play. He was at practice. But yeah, it's slim. There it is. That's what Andy Reid said right there.
I saw the tweet by Nate Taylor. He did the one typing it up and sending it out there. His chances are slim on Xavier Worthy. Travis Kelce has taken blame for that. Said, "Hey, I got to get depth on that route so that doesn't happen." He's a big dude. Xavier Worthy take a big shot. Mm-hmm. And why don't you make your life much better with our friends
At DoorDash.
DoorDash. You can win every week with DoorDash streaks. You can save up to $250 this season when you order on game days. Now, there's an asterisk right next to it right there. That means there's something that is required.
Yep.
There's something that we don't have on this graphic. Oh, it includes $100 in DoorDash credits. Terms and exclusions apply. So that asterisk right there means terms and exclusions apply. To find out what those terms and exclusions, can you go point at the terms and exclusions over there? I think you're going to have to go over that. I think you're going to have to go. I think you're going to have to walk over.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Like you're the duck.
Right there. Right there.
Right there.
Oh, back up. A little bit forward.
No, and point straight.
Point
straight, not
straight.
up.
He doesn't have the screen.
Beard out.
You're looking at, Pat?
We can't see your fingers because the way you have your
perfect.
Your finger, you're kind of just giving it like an open fist right now.
What are you doing? Point.
Where are you headed? We're looking for the
finger.
terms and exclusions apply.
Oh, I thought you wanted the QR code.
That's a QR code.
Back up.
Quit
That's
being a
QR.
goofball.
The terms and exclusions apply. Can you get to the terms and exclusions?
What are you pointing up for?
I
right
can't
here.
see that far.
Point straight.
I was.
Back up.
There you go.
Boom.
Boom.
That's where I was at the start.
Wow.
Man,
You point.
you see his little fist behind my fist there?
No, actually.
Exactly.
I don't know
yeah,
if I love this game.
Can you do it one more time? Can we see
What about the pizza? Hey, can you put your arm in there too to hold that pizza
yeah.
going?
Gotta go
Pizza's
down.
bigger than
Slices
your body.
off.
Or
Sounds like the
put
other
your
one.
leg there like you're a chimpanzee and you're grabbing it with your foot.
All right.
About to take a knee.
Actually, if you
take a knee probably.
You got to sit Native American
yeah, if you
style.
sit Native Americans. Yep, exactly what I was thinking.
I
Do one of
think
these.
if you sit,
You're gonna have to.
I think
do
you got to
the
sit
arms,
Native
right?
American
Yeah.
because look at the arms.
Show
You
dibs.
got to get
This
it.
guy
done.
went-
You gotta do one of
Yeah,
these.
yeah.
Sit Native American style and do
Just
one
like
of these.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
No,
Nailed
it doesn't look
No,
good.
you
You
got
got
two elbows.
You sit.
You don't have two elbows.
You gotta sit.
No, you
We
gotta
need
sit
to
down,
down in
Gumpy.
there.
Are you pointing?
Gumpy, sit down and it'll work.
Yeah.
Gumpy,
okay.
if you were sitting Native American style,
Will look
having
great.
a little bit of respect, crisscross applesauce, we'd be able to do that. Nonetheless, you can DoorDash pizza right now and be a part of the DoorDash streaks game. What was that? It was a lack of effort, I think, for DoorDash pizza.
I think I've given a lot of effort to the DoorDash pizza.
Last
Almost every week.
It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah,
DoorDash?
it's delicious.
You can just get that sent right to the house.
Yeah.
Anything.
With an asterisk.
Well, that's what we're trying to point out.
That's what
is
you're
the
trying to-
exclusion
yeah.
that apply. You wouldn't point
That's
it.
what I pointed at.
Tried to.
No, you pointed at the QR code, which, by the way, great QR code.
Made
You
it better.
Yeah, point out the show.
Yeah.
QR code here. I'll take the Eagles. No, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. Nope, give me the Philadelphia Eagles.
I got the Chiefs.
All right, so Pat, you get the Eagles -1. Chiefs will be the +1.5.
Okay.
I'll take the Chiefs.
No twos anywhere?
No twos.
So I got him
They didn't
at plus
have
1.5.
Patrick Mahomes, and they didn't have Travis Kelce.
Yeah, what's gonna happen in this game?
Would we judge them the same
It also
way?
depends what you think of the Cowboys. Cowboys played Eagles tight.
When was the last time the Chiefs were home dogs?
Never.
When was the last time they won against the spread bet for any of us?
I mean, Mahomes' record as a dog is absurd.
I'll take the Chiefs. Chiefs is still the Chiefs. Oh,
Believe,
yeah, right.
believe what your eyes told you. They look like absolute shit.
Give me the Eagles. It's weak. Give me the Eagles. I'll take the Eagles. I'll take the Eagles. -1, you said?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll take the Eagles
It's
-1.
only
You got the Chiefs?
It's only the second time Mahomes has been an underdog at home.
Ever?
Chip
Ever.
on the shoulder.
What happened the first time?
Chip on
And the first time he won, I assume?
No, they lost. They failed to cover.
Wow.
That's probably his rookie.
Ah.
Second
Okay, I'll take the Eagles. I'll take the Eagles. I still think the Chiefs are still the Chiefs, but the Eagles is the Eagles.
Starting out.
Sunday Night Football, Atlanta Falcons versus Minnesota Vikings. Michael Penix Jr. versus JJ McCarthy. Holy hell, we have a national championship rematch at the quarterback position, and we got superstars all around the field. Justin Jefferson and JJ had an incredible relationship that is being documented by NFL Films on the sideline. Their connection was pure in the fourth quarter. JJ McCarthy took the top off, and then Penix down there in Atlanta. Raheem Morris's defense, we assume, is going to do well. Penix can spin it, has the moxie to be the Atlanta Falcons quarterback forever. Forever. Minnesota favored by 3.5 at home. Is there any different numbers?
Nope, 3.5.
We got
across the board.
4?
Nope, 3.5.
Jeez.
Who do you like?
I like Atlanta. They played the Bucs really tough. I think they keep it tight Sunday night.
Okay, AJ, who do you like?
I like the Minnesota Vikings at -3.5.
Do you believe that the fourth quarter is what it's about to be
Yes.
for Minnesota? You think so, yes?
The place is going to be rocking. You know that Sunday night you're going to be doing the whole Vuvuzela situation.
Yep. Yeah, the Vuvuzela.
Yeah. You know.
Skull.
Yeah. All that. Thielen's back in town.
Yeah.
Thielen Todd, maybe.
I don't know if you guys have timed it up.
Why aren't you doing it, Ty? We're scolding right
I'm
now.
not doing that.
Yeah.
Not this year. I'm not doing that.
It's a cool thing, though. Look how cool it is.
No, I mean it's cool, but you know we got Super Bowl aspirations. You're not gonna catch me fucking doing that. Not this year.
Yeah, but maybe you just give it a go one time, just see what it's like for the good old days. You think about it? Just one of those?
No, I mean if we want to do like a Gator Chomp for Florida and Billy Napier, I can maybe get on board with that. But I will. You will not see me doing the skull chant this year.
Hey, they got to win too, Florida. I will take the Minnesota Vikings -3.5. Okay. That's the show. We did it.
Boom.
Shout out to everybody that pieced this thing together here in beautiful Knoxville, Tennessee. Barcode and crew absolutely crushed it. Shout out to DoorDash, being a part of the entire operation here for multiple years now. They've been doing Fridays for multiple times. Anything you need, you call and you can use our friends at DoorDash. Literally. Any food.
That's a guy who's committed to the gimmick.
AJ.
That's my hand.
Where'd you get that pizza?
AJ, how's that feel? What's that glove all about? Do you always wear that glove?
Yep. When I eat pizza, I do. It doesn't get dirty at all. Wearing felt gloves, felt white gloves.
Oh, so like your fingies just stay clean underneath there, the felt gloves.
Yeah, I reuse that glove every time I eat pizza.
I thought you were a stuffed crust pizza guy. That seems to be more of a. It looks a little bit.
That's hand toss.
It's weird you're holding like that. No one's ever held pizza like that in the history of pizza.
Yeah, why did you choose that? Why did you choose to hold it that way?
I'm not eating this piece. I'm handing it to Gump to eat. So I like to dig my thumb into the pizza before I hand it to someone.
Thank you, Hawker. I appreciate
That's very
that.
kind of you to do that.
You're a good guy.
We love
Good guy,
Hawker thumb pizza. Isn't that kind of our thing? That's what we like the most.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, thank you, AJ, for traveling. Shout out to DoorDash. Shout out to everybody here that set this up. Shout out to everybody that stood out here. They've kind of gone on rotation.
Are they
I think they
outside the stadium yelling at you from like a...
Yeah, and there's been different groups of people that have come and gone. There's been a couple mainstays that have stayed for the full 3 hours here, which I respect because I'm nowhere near them. I mean, I don't even know how. I don't think I'm going out that way at all either. From my understanding, I don't think I'm going to be anywhere near these people. So if they see this, just know I appreciate you staying out there. Your vibes are immaculate. Okay, I really do. There's a really good chance that I don't see those people in person at all. And I don't like that. Because we came.
Throw something.
We had to walk.
Yeah, throw one of those helmets as a souvenir. Just have them catch it.
Yeah. All right, catch it with your face.
Yeah, right on the head.
All right, before we get out of here, we got to pick this boxing fight. Generational fight here. Canelo versus Crawford, Allegiant Stadium. Obviously, Ring Magazine behind this. TKO promoting this, but this is not the new TKO Boxing Association that is being launched next year with Turkey and the TKO folks. But TKO is certainly a part of this. AJ, any of those matches on the undercard that you're looking at? I know you love boxing. And then when it comes to Canelo Crawford, I think it's been reported that Canelo's getting $100 million for this fight. I have no idea what Crawford's getting. I assume it's damn near
$10 million actually for Crawford. He's doing it more for legacy, is what I was reading.
Up to
okay. Well, hopefully he gets some points on the back end.
Yeah, exactly. Up to 50.
Okay, so obviously big money fight. Turkey and everybody from Riyadh season and Ring are trying to put up money to have these big fights, these huge box office generational matchups, have them actually happen. So we're appreciative of that taking place. Canelo obviously signed like a $500 million deal with DAZN. He has been heralded as a GOAT, obviously, since we've known him. Terrence Crawford, absolute dog. It was great to meet him whenever we were at New York Times Square, which, Turkey rented out Times Square to put on boxing. Loves the sport. Would like it to be huge this weekend. AJ, who do you like? How do you like it? And Bruce, do you have any information on this that we should think about?
Bruce, a boxer.
Yeah, one thing that jumps out is just their weight. So Canelo's fighting at 168, and he has been. He's actually gone up as high as 175. But Terrence Crawford got his welterweight belt at 147, so that's a huge jump up, 21 pounds to be exact. Canelo will have about 15 to 18 pounds on him, so how can Terrence kind of take that on and adjust? And then Terrence is a bit of an awkward southpaw, but Canelo is one of the toughest nuts to crack, probably the toughest nut to crack since Floyd Mayweather, with a lot more power than Floyd had. So I'm fired up. It's going to be a great fight. Canelo's minus 175. You're not getting that very often, so it's kind of tough to pass it up. But I love Bud Crawford as well.
A tough nut to crack. He's like one of those Chinese finger traps.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
Can't figure it out whenever you think you have it figured out, like a microphone. Then you just kind of get stuck in there and do it all. Who do you like, AJ?
I like Canelo, man. I have a hard time. I watched Canelo shadow box in Tahoe one time, and he was so fast it was like you couldn't even see him. So yeah, I'm taking Canelo.
He also has great moxie. Not that Bud doesn't, but Canelo just seems like he's the coolest guy of all time everywhere that he's at. Toxic Table at Boston Connor, Ty Schmidt. Who do you like?
I'm taking Crawford. He's the American here. I think he's going to win it for the country, baby.
I want Crawford to win. I believe Canelo's going to win.
Your hat, you're like 6 foot taller at 6'1", 6'2"
I know.
right
I was
now.
thinking, why not?
Looks good.
Why not start doing that? It's kind of a good move.
Not bad.
It's not a bad little gimmick.
Not
People
bad.
put a little booster in the shoes. You can also get a little booster with the lift on the top there. Tone, one half of the hammer. Dahn. Cowboys, who do you like in the boxing fight this weekend?
Yeah, the sweet science knowledge in me thinks it's going to be Canelo, but I also, you got $100 million before the fight even starts, and you got no reason to win that fight except
Legacy.
for your legacy.
That'd be self-motivated.
Yeah, right.
Give me Bud, okay?
USA there, I think, is what you're going with, feels like.
Yeah, and
Dumpy, who do you like?
you've always talked about this tough to train with satin sheets.
That's not my saying. That is a real saying. It's tough to want to wake up and get punched in the face when you're waking up in satin sheets. Canelo's been rich a long time.
Yeah,
He's
he's
won a
been
lot of
doing it
fights.
for a long, long time.
Since being rich.
He doesn't lose.
Who do you like?
Canelo. Love Canelo.
The hell?
The fuck was that?
I know Tennessee don't like Canelo. I'm assuming that's a Crawford town.
You think it is down here?
That's my assumption, yes.
It is a sweet Crawford town.
I'm going with Canelo. I picked Bud strictly because he's an American and I like him. But Canelo with a 15-pound weight advantage, is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
He
correct.
gets 100. He's in the first fight of his $400 million each fight deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to want to lose the first one. That's one you're going to show up for, I guess. The first $100 million of this deal is certainly one that you're going to want to do your thing.
They do say that.
Well, I mean, hey, shit. I mean, the Pacers won game one, but they lost the finals,
Jeez.
I don't think anybody there is making $100 million. I don't know the tie-in.
I
What
would
was
say
the
the last one matters more than the first one, but no, I understand.
And they're going to fight too, right? Because remember last time Turkey put on these fights, it was shit.
Yeah, he said no more Tom and Jerry bullshit.
That would be the
See
first
real
one
boxing.
that has happened.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No more
it would
Harry Potter.
Definitely be the first one because he said there's been other ones since
Yeah.
then. Yeah. I don't know.
Bud Crawford isn't running from anybody. He's going in
Especially
there.
if he can get up to $50 million. Okay, I'll take Canelo, but I can't wait to watch the fight. I'm happy it's getting put on, by the way. And I don't know how boxing people feel. I feel like there's a little heat, maybe.
Sweet science.
There's a little bit of heat in the promotional aspect
Yeah,
of it. But if
Dan
Turkey's
and
gonna,
Eddie.
that's what I'm hearing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but if Turkey's going to continue to put up big money for these fights, we're lucky to live in a world where it's happening. The Legion Stadium is going to be electric over there. That place is going to be insane. Good luck to all parties, and congrats to whoever wins that on getting another fight worth $50 to $100 million on around the corner. And on that note, AJ, your hat looks great. That's how you should wear it.
I will. From now on.
AJ, have an incredible weekend. Thank you for traveling out to Indianapolis.
Thank you. I can't wait to see tomorrow. You got anything planned for the folks tomorrow?
Oh, I got so many ideas.
Surprise.
So many
What are you gonna do? Your mascot thing? Ooh,
Yes, there it is.
See that?
That guy does have some good. You can tell he's athletic.
He did.
Whoever's in
He
there.
had the juice today.
Woo! Be volunteer.
It's great to be
Is every
a
school?
No, just his.
It's great to be.
That is a sweet move.
It is.
Sick
Hard.
move.
He's got a lot. Oh, he lifted his leg though.
Yeah,
All right, sick.
there it is.
Boom.
Nice.
There it is.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. It's been an incredible week. Great work in the back, boys. Great work in the back.
boys.
Go, fellas.
The graphic department, way to go.
The baby.
Way to
Good job,
graphics.
boys.
My boy D-Bomb. Gordo.
Bill. Foxy.
Foxy.
Mitt. Definitely Mitt. That bad boy's going over.
It's going way over.
Yep, we knew what was happening as soon as that was said.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. We're in this thing together. Let's never forget it. Weeks like this remind us all of that. And hopefully you have the greatest weekend of all time. And we'll see you on Overreaction Monday. Thank you to football for being back. You're the greatest. Team on me. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.